This is ToD's Tag Team, everybody. This is Neo and Remo reporting from Moon and Lin versus KraV and Starbuck. And we start with the 2-on-2 as so often. I cannot wait for this, Remo. And what are the races? Is there some switching going on? And what is Starbuck playing in general?
Our Koreans are sticking with their main races. Moon as Night Elf, Lin as Orc. But for KraV, well, he's also sticking with his standard. But Starbuck is moving away from Undead because they probably watched our stream. They probably watched our 2v2 and they saw, you know what, despite how good these players are, how amazing they're playing, double Undead, not the best 2v2 combo. So they're going to switch it up a little bit here. And as mentioned earlier, Starbuck, one of the best random players in the world. And here, he's going to choose Orc. He didn't choose random, he chose Orc. So it's going to be the Orc and Undead combo, the Horde combo, so to say. Starbuck starting with the Farseer, a DK on KraV's side, which I find sort of surprising. For Lin, we have the TC Headhunter opening. That's pretty cool. And for Moon, it's a Potter.
This is quite a few surprises on just one map. It's of course not the most common thing anymore to see TC Headhunters. I mean, Soin moved away from the TC, and if Soin is moving away from TC in 2-on-2, then I thought everybody will. But it's the power of the auras apparently here on Twisted Meadows. TC, Stomp, and Endurance Aura, Potom, Owl Scout, and True Shot Aura. 2 auras right off the bat. On the other side, KraV not going for a Crypt Lord. This is weird. So this indicates they're not going to expand. And if I see that movement on the minimap correctly here in the bright green, they're just rushing.
Yeah, man, this is super aggressive. DK and Farseer coming over. Does he have a skull, maybe? No. But he's bringing quite a few ghouls. There's still a peon here. And this TC Potom strategy is, of course, centered around mass. They both want to get level 3, maybe even level 5, and then 50, 60 supply, mass hunts, and mass headhunters. That takes a while to come online. And KraV and Starbuck, maybe they sniffed this out somehow. By the way, a little mini shout out. Back in Firestalker days, in our 2v2, this was played a ton by Yehu and Knight. This mass strategy with Potom and TC. So maybe Starbuck, for that reason, had an inkling. But yeah, the Koreans right away under pressure. Moon lost all of his Moon Welts. He's super supply stuck right now. And Lin has to save the day.
Dude, Moon is in shambles. He's losing so many wisps. He has no lumber. He has to use his wisp for detonate repair, but he can't repair. There's no lumber. Has to move them to the trees. What a start for the European team. They showed 2-on-2 is their forte. They put a lot of effort into this. Indeed, Lin has to carry now, but he only has a bunch of headhunters and a grunt.
He does have the Stomp now against the ghouls, which is very effective, but KraV moved them away nicely from the TC, not allowing for the big surface area, for the big connection. Here comes the Stomp now, trying to kill the Farseer. Might work out. Oh my god, the speed scroll! Are you serious? With the shop that he just made there, he saves the Farseer. Didn't quite buy the heal cells, but keeps the first hero alive on a sliver of health. And the DK is still running rampant, finding more kills. Close now to level 2. Behind this, of course, KraV is teching. Starbuck is not. He's still only tier 1. And we're off to the races here on map 1.
Oh boy, what a start indeed. This is double crypt for KraV. Is he following this up with Gargs? Are you kidding me? Just be fed by your ally and get Gargs to overwhelm at tier 2? Okay, Farseer is healing up a little bit. Wolves, grunts onto the tree. Moon now can repair a little bit more. But this is all going into the income, obviously. Lin is there to save the day, but so is KraV to ruin it again.
Dude, he doesn't have too many wisps anymore. He can't heal these wisps in the main. KraV gets the level 2. That's the aura. And auras, of course, in 2v2, always amazing. Farseer is a little under-leveled, but his grunts here still pose a serious threat.
Good skeletons by KraV to immediately threaten these incoming headhunters. Farseer's got to be a little careful. Good detonate by Moon, getting rid of 2 of these skeletons. But they win the fight again, or at least they survive the fight. And they can put pressure on this tree once more. And this is either a killed tree or a lot of killed wisps.
Super stressful game for Moon, dude. He's under so much pressure. The Potom also half dead. She's got the boots, so she's speedy. How genius is this shop over here, by the way?
Yeah.
heal
No-
cells
oh!
and clarities over and over, speed scrolls as well, and this bottom might be dead. This is the only thing that Moon has. Speed scroll activated, chasing after her, the boots of speed. Are they going to be good enough to get her away right here? Ooh, just barely the movement is good enough by Moon. How genius of him to go for these boots. But how the hell is she going to heal up now?
Yeah, no Moonwells, no shop at sight. And I know my boy KraV, man. This is Gargs. They're coming. Moon with a Berserker, but nice block by the DK. So he takes out this one Berserker, probably. If he wants to invest a coil, he can definitely get it. But Moon saves both of them, and Lin kills the Grunt. Is that the comeback now?
Alright, this is it. Lin has to force back this attack now. Otherwise, the tree goes down, the game is over. Lich comes in as well, TC getting focused right away. He's quite low HP already, aggressive usage of the coil, and guess what? There's no saving this tree anymore! And our Euro boys, poised to take the 1-0 lead.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Lin has a good army at 38. KraV with gargoyles, not the best counter, for sure. I think you side for the raid, by the way. You're coming in at a perfect time to support KraV and Starbuck, of course. Reveal once again. You're right, man. This shop proves to be so genius. Not only did it save the Farseer, it also gives this DK clarities. And how good is Undead with clarities?
Not gonna lie, bro. I would love to have them in my own shop. If I could trade them for the Ritual Dagger, I would do it any day. Alright, Lin. Can you do this 2v1 somehow? At least the bottom survives, so she's still providing the aura. KraV is just chucking out these coils like crazy because of that orc shop.
Scroll the beast, though. This is a lot of damage. The stomp hits the ghouls well. He repositions the headhunter, so the ghouls can't really reach. It's a big normal damage front line by KraV and Starbuck, but this doesn't hold yet. There's not too much support. There's no Shadow Hunter. Starbuck with a super late tech, and Lin is so far cleaning house, but for how long? Coil Nova focus fire by Potter.
And that might be it. Yep, GG is called. They don't want to try to win this game anymore. Only one mining base is pretty much impossible. And the 1-0 lead in the 2v2, where the Europeans probably will need to score.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we've seen KraV from a round of 16 player in Europe to a round of 4 player to a semi-finalist in Europe. He is doing really well against the European elite, except maybe Happy and Foggy, who seems to be one step above him. But all the others, he can beat. And now, this is a big test of strength for him up against Moon and Lin, the ultimate legends of this team. And so far, no sign of nervousness. No sign of stress. Was just enjoying the game. Mass rush. Good, really good start.
Yeah, super cool. Like, there's so many things in 2v2 that can happen, and I have no clue about any of them. I'm always like a little kid in the chocolate factory watching 2v2. It's all amazing. It's all crazy. I've never seen it before. Really, really fun. And Todd, also a big fan of 2v2. Recently, also of 4v4s. Saw the potential to include these team formats also in a tournament, which you don't have too much anymore today, and that's super cool to see, man. I like it.
Oh yeah. So we rehost this. Gonna start into map number 2. Will Lin and Moon be crushed there again? Seems like we have a few complications getting the lobby to run, which is with a lot of observers, a little stressful. Not only do we have here the English broadcast, we have a bunch of Russians, we have French craft, we have TED, TH, Infi, they're all streaming it. And I think we have a few too many observers. I'm not too sure how this works.
Yeah, poor Todd. This is a little stressful for him as well. We had some issues before as well.
Yeah, I think if you let the players join first, then it should be fine. This is one of the downsides of Flow at the moment.
Jumpesk, thank you for the 47-month resub.
Alright, so the players will join first now. We have a rehost once more. Yo, Champask, absolute legend. Much love, my man. Glad that you're following us for almost 4 years now.
All right. Is it the first time that Ted and Infi are streaming this as well?
I don't know. I haven't had them in my lobby, but I mean, if Moon and Lin show up, everybody wants to stream it, understandably so.
Absolutely true. I know last time we also had an issue with like, I don't know, 40 minutes or something when we couldn't get the game to start. And then Abe jumped in and actually manually helped with the hotspot situation, which was cool. Of course, connection from China to the West, always a little bit difficult. The great Chinese firewall. Well, in this case, I suppose it is Korea, actually. But perhaps the Chinese observers being a bit of a problem.
Yeah, no worries at all. We have a very, very stacked day here for you guys. We start now, of course, obviously, with the ToD's tag team. Then later on, we got Theorycraft at 10 p.m., where this is once again community replay analysis. And as every Friday midnight, a new podcast drops. Yeah, I think this is the 3rd episode going public. And if I may say so, I think it's the best one we did so far.
At midnight. Can you see who accessed it first? At what time?
No, I can't.
Then you can see who's the true hardcore guy. You know, the one who's just sitting here until midnight and he's like, boy, oh boy, it's about to be out. What's the topics for the podcast now?
Episode 3 was the 100k celebration and tournament organizing.
On patreon.com/backtowalkraft, you can get early access to the podcast along with many more perks. You can check it out there. And at a later point, it's also going to be available on YouTube to everyone.
Okay, can we join this already? I don't think so. ToD will give us the go at some point. Thank you, Pandaren, for extending the gifted sub. Much love. Seeing Armin here. Dude, that 0.3% win rate drop against human. I feel it. I feel it. It's heartbreaking. It's basically unplayable now, but I hope you keep grinding, mate. You do good.
I don't think I've ever seen Armin whine on Twitter, though, has he?
No, on Twitter he's very positive. He was memeing a little in our Discord, where you should be as well. Discord.com/backtowalkraft or backtowalkraft.com/discord. Any way you do it, it's the right way. Many ways lead to Rome, Remo.
Oh, I know, bro. I've been watching some documentaries, let me tell you.
I've
been checking out the Gallic Wars, the Germanic Wars, the Teutoburg Forest disaster, the fall of Rome, the last great emperor Aurelius, which was followed by his horrible son Commodus, which reminded me of Gladiator, which I used to love that movie back in the day. And I feel like over the years, I've liked it a little bit less. Is that something you can relate with?
What do you like less?
The movie Gladiator.
I just watch movies once, and then I know the story, and then there's no appeal to me anymore to watch it again. Because I know
even if you love a movie and was absolutely amazing, you're never gonna watch it again?
No, it's pointless.
No, it's not pointless. It's a work of art. It's enjoyable to see, even if you know the plot already.
Nah, it's not exciting.
Also, on a second viewing, you oftentimes notice subtleties that escaped you the first time.
I'm not a man for subtleties, Remo. I need it right on the nose.
All right, bro. Let's do a watch party tonight. Kong versus Godzilla.
Oh boy, I don't know why so many people are raving about that, man.
Todd has been upset that for some streaming service, it's not available yet. I don't know which one, like Sky or something, I think.
Thank you, Terror Gandafo, for the tier 1 sub.
You know, from Red Letter Media, I actually heard that it is a pretty enjoyable movie. Obviously, it's super stupid and superficial and all that, but it understands itself as a silly movie. Unlike, you know, Michael Bay, who always was serious, all of a sudden it's about saving the world and family drama and shit like that.
Dude, when Michael Bay ruined the Turtles, I had a nervous breakdown. There's Ninja
now you see, that's a
Turtles.
movie I didn't see.
You see, like for Ninja Turtles, you need turtles, a couple of like nunchucks and kung fu stuff, and pizza. That's the only 3 things you need for a good Turtles movie. What does he do? A heist across a mountain with a truck and 500 explosions. That's not a Turtles movie. You can do that stuff with Transformers. Stupid.
Yeah, I thought of when things were forming like in Transformers and the shaky cam.
I was too distracted by Megan Fox, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, they had Megan Fox in the Turtles movie?
No, was she April O'Neil? Wait. Megan Fox.
You know, that
Turtles.
would give me a reason to maybe watch it then.
Yeah, she's April O'Neil.
Damn. Oh my god, that's such a huge lobby.
Let's see if we...
We have like 20 people in here.
Holy smokes, this is guaranteed to crash. But so far, it looks good.
Don Dolare with the 27 months says, that t-shirt Remo. Oh yeah. I got the frozen surrounded Chinese. Don't remember exactly when I got that, but...
WGL or like slash GCS. I got it as well.
This is one of the few things I got from there, clothing-wise, that actually fit. Most of the other ones are way too small.
Is that
Because
XXXXXXL?
I think it's double XL, yeah, or XL at least. Like, what we consider M in Europe is like at least XL in China. It's a huge difference.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Don Dolare, he's super cool, man. Not only a sub, but also a Patreon. How much cooler can you get? Maybe buying merch and wearing it all the time, but that's the pinnacle, I think, of back to Warcraft fandom. Then. Why do people say I'm trolling? We're in the lobby that's about to start. We're waiting for KraV. He's smoking right now.
I mean, if anybody can relate, right?
Obviously. Need to relax these nerves.
Which brand does he have? Do you know?
No clue.
Which brand would you think he has?
I have no idea what's available in France.
Well, I think we should assume, you know, all the big ones like Marlboro and Camel, JPS, and all those dudes. Is there, among the smoker community, a certain characteristic or personality you attribute to certain brands?
Not really. I think most is just habit, as smoking in general is. Some are a little stronger. Some don't have a filter. But yeah, there's...
Wait.
I don't know, in China it's really crazy with all the different types of cigarettes and stuff. But I think in Europe it's not that important. You just go whatever you go for.
Isn't it usually like a loyalty thing, though? Like, if someone has been smoking for a long time, let's say 10 years plus, usually they have their brand, right? And they stick with that brand.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost always.
So, KraV is back, and we're in the lobby, and we all knock on all the wood that this doesn't crash. Wow, it crashed. Oh, no, it didn't!
It takes a second sometimes.
I thought I could mind control the lobby. Just the other way around. It just does what I don't want it to do.
You know, your name might be Neo, but...
Your name might be Remo. Where are you going with this?
Yeah, that doesn't mean you can control our technology, you know, with your mind. You're not there yet.
How do you know?
All right. Turn my lights on right now.
I don't want to. You know what?
Oh, that's a good point, Neo. You convinced me now.
Yeah, that's so. We go into the game instead. You will get my mind control skills later. We got a 1-0 lead for our French Slovakian team. Slovenian?
I think it's Slovenian. Yeah.
I always mix that up. But you know, our guys, the Euro guys, they lead with 1-0 and they could get the first out of 5 points. That would be 1/3 of the victory in this match and 1/3 of the way to the semi-final. And here we go. KraV as Undead in the purple. I wonder if they go for an expansion this time, because this map, Shattered Exile, kinda invites to an expansion here between the two bases. We got Starbuck with a Farseer once again. This seems to be the new meta in 2-2 for Orcs. Less TC, more Farseer for Harass. And Moon with the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter Farseer.
Okay, interesting. Demon Hunter can oftentimes look a little underwhelming in 2v2 if he doesn't get the necessary levels. But if he gets to level 3 and has good positioning, which Moon usually always does, he's of course excellent against the Crypt Lord, and seems like that is the read that Moon has. I think that's the reason he's choosing him here, and also later against the TC can be really good. So it's a double-edged sword. Demon can be really strong or really underwhelming. Usually it is one of the two. We'll see where this goes now.
Yeah,
Shattered
usually
Exile I have seen once before in 2v2. It's super strong for early expansion, right?
exactly, that's what I said. The Demon Hunter, well, usually in 2-2 you want a hero that has either A, summons for early harass, AoE, or an aura, or a mix of everything. Demon Hunter has none of those 3 abilities, so I'm a little worried, especially in the late game. And wow, Starbuck's opening the lab first. Both of them are opening the lab first. And no one is going for an instant expansion. I am, again, confused.
But it seems like our Euro boys, once again, have the better read. They didn't expose themselves to a creep jack by harassing instantly, but rather they took a smaller camp first. So the instant move across the map by the Koreans, not that fruitful so far. Demon Hunter also, by the way, didn't get the full experience from the camp. He came out a little bit too early. Moon crept the camp too fast. Not something you see every day. And Starbuck and KraV playing it slow for now. Headhunters, ghouls, and a lot of summons.
Oh yeah, lots of summons. Beetles, skeletons, wolves, all that good stuff. The orcs are chasing each other across the map. Demon Hunter wants to burn the Crypt Lord, which is understandable. It's almost a hard counter to the very mana-dependent Crypt Lord, but he needs wisps as well, I feel, to detonate against all the summons. This could be the big strength of Moon in this game.
There's even bells tolling. Do you hear that? Wait a minute. Is that in the map or is that here where I live?
That's in your head, bro.
I mean, of course, I long for church every day, but...
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is this not in the map? Am I crazy?
I don't hear anything.
I'm crazy. Dude, I can hear bells, though. I'm not even kidding. So now it seems to be time for the expansion. We have a lot of ghouls. We have Sacrificial Skull. There should be some wisps around for the detonate. But there's actually 2 skulls, so it's hard to get rid of all of this blight. And the Farseer was able to run down 1 Headhunter, so how severe is this damage going to be? This harass may very well decide the game.
Demon Hunter is already hurt. He can't dive in too deep, and KraV is super fine, or seems super fine, with that crit. Look at this block by Starbuck! Oh my god! The toothpick attack! Not enough. But that was crucial. He's buying more time. 2 ghouls about to die. Talisman of Evasion, not bad for the Crypt Lord here. He can summon so many more wolves. That would be amazing. So many more beetles. And Farseer is level 2 as well.
KraV did lose quite a few units here, but if he gets the expansion in the end, that should be worth it. Gets the surround. Should also be able to get that Grunt. TP out at the last second. Grunt does still go down. So there was a delay of the expansion. Was it enough, though?
I think it's totally fine, man. There is only 1 TP. That's on Moon. He did tech, but it's not super fast. And Lin is going TC Walkers, which, okay, I mean, against so many summons that makes sense. But with a couple of towers, this should be safe. Did Starbuck tech? He did 2/3.
Oh. Khadga's pipe of ding ding ding. That is the best thing they could have found. And the Cripple also gonna get level 3 right here. Ooh boy.
Yo,
this
good.
Demon needs to get level 3 ASAP.
He's on its way. Potion of Greater Mana for him. Sobi Mask as well. That's lots of mana. You don't really want that on a Demon Hunter, do you? But for the TC or whatever second hero there is for Moon. Panda. That would be amazing for a Panda. What do we see? Double Lore and Shop. In the meantime, Beastery is coming in as well. TC may be intercepted, but there's very little crowd control. It's basically only the Impale, so you don't want to use so much mana immediately. Starbuck drinks Lin's milkshake here, steals the little creep camp in his front yard away. And KraV is causing some trouble.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to deal with. Of course, they know the TP is gone. Smart play now by our Europeans. Thank you, by the way. Hefty Sneeze with a 13-month resub. Naga second. Now, that's the hero that normally in 2v2 isn't too impressive, but I guess right now for tempo, it is pretty good. One Burrow already fell. Impale used, delaying the damage. And there was another TP that Moon had to go for, remember? Ah, no, excuse me. He actually didn't have to use it before, so it's his first one still. KraV is trying to take out the next Burrow, but he's losing a lot of units over here.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was a little too greedy. He attacked 2 Burrows at the same time. The damage isn't enough anymore. Lin was using the Chain Lightning to reduce the number of beetles here, but Starbuck, on the other hand, he's pushing for the shop, and that would mean no staff, no potions. No mountain giants, which could be important. He's going for dryads at the moment, but yeah, could be big. No expansion by Moon here. We do have a Shadow Hunter on Starbuck's side. KraV might expose his expansion a little too much, but it's so annoying to get there. Might be safe.
By Starbuck, he delayed, did a good job, and doesn't even lose any units. He knows dryads are coming. And he's not going to be too worried about dryads. He's got the headhunters, soon to be berserkers.
Oh yeah. This is looking really good. KraV now almost with his tech as well. The graveyard might be a little late. Still focused on the ghouls, who are of course kind of weak. But in the meantime, as you said, tier 3 raiders are coming as well. And what's the sweet timing that Moon and Lin are looking for in this game?
As there is no expansion, I guess it's going to have to be a tier 2 push, but Lin certainly isn't ready. He's only at 30 supply. Wait a minute, is he surrounded here? He does have a TP. Oh, actually gets out somehow. Like a magician! Does he, though?
Lin, a little Houdini here. In the meantime, Lin is fighting KraV with the rest of his army while escaping. Speed scroll used on a Crypt Lord Impale. That's definitely the grunt, but how much more is it?
Farseer coming back in. The undead army with only ghouls not that strong. And I'm wondering, what's KraV gonna go for on tier 2? Whoa, he's just rushing tier 3, skipping everything on tier 2. Wants to go perhaps into A-bombs right away.
Wow.
That can be very strong late game. But seems a little greedy. Fast expansion into double tier 3 play. We'll see if it works out.
It's hard to crack the undead base, obviously. You don't want to push that too much. Starbuck's base also reinforced defenses already. Not an easy nut to crack. In the meantime, we have Moon expanding for the first time. With the Shredder as well, Lin not going tier 3. So they want to overwhelm with A, more income and B, better tech, but they need more time.
KraV would also love to creep up a little bit more. Crypto level 4 would be a big deal. DK level 2 would be a really big deal. Shattered Exile is a big map, but for a 2v2 map, not even that many creeps on this map right here. And now it's going to be time for Lin to be aggressive. He's fighting into Starbuck's main, but tier 3 is finished. Berserker upgrade should be coming in any second now. And this is the greed that I was talking about. KraV isn't here with any units, really. He's only got the summons, as he is trying to skip everything until he has the tier 3 upgrade. Going for the Demon Hunter, kind of, with an Impale, but here come the mana burns, and this Demon Hunter is now very strong.
Coil is ready. Storm, though. Can he use the Invo Potion in time? Town Portal even to get out of this. This was buying some time for Starbuck. Was it enough though? He's portaling 2. Starbuck gets another coil. Whew, stressful hold for the 2 Europeans. Now the Farseer in trouble, being attacked by TC and Demon Hunter. That's the kill right here. And this might just be game. The hero severely underleveled for KraV and Starbuck. And can this tier 3 somehow pay off?
Yeah, the tier 2 push here super strong with the Spirit Link and everything else, the heal scrolls, and the now very strong heroes. Impale trying to do its best, but of course the Impale was severely nerfed in the most recent patch, so this definitely makes the Cryptlord a weaker hero nowadays in 2v2 as well. And this is looking dire. This is looking really dire. They need A-bombs, I would say. We're seeing destroyers coming out, but I think abominations with Disease Cloud is what's really needed.
That's a long way though. Starbuck trying to get some units out, but that was his second last production building. No headhunters anymore, and also no upgrade for the tier 3 headhunters. Moon, by the way, bought an assassin to support this push with mercenaries. Rare to see. Lin is about to lose 2 units, but Starbuck is down to 24. The Demon Hunter burns the DK right before the next coil. And yeah, he can impale all you want, but as you said, it got nerfed a little bit. And this looks like game 3 to me.
Yeah, Starbuck, who was looking so strong for so long, suddenly it all turned sour. Somehow didn't have the time to get the Headhunter upgrade when he was tier 3 so early. I think the big problem was both going to tier 3. I think one of them should have stayed tier 2 and just mass units. And the Koreans found that window to punish the greed. Or if that greed can be rewarded somehow with more delay, more run-bys, more damage, more Boro kills. But Lin and Moon did a good job, and it seems like that fortress might be going down now. Oh, KraV is trying to evacuate. He does have a TP, also trying to distract right here. But it's such a big army.
Oh, Moon steals the Zeppelin to force a TP. That was a speed scroll and a TP just to get out. KraV has basically to solo Moon and Lin now. There's easier tasks in Warcraft 3.
Yeah, and his supply is not looking too promising to do this. He's finally got the first A-bomb. He's finally got the Disease Cloud coming out. If he had 3 more minutes for 70 supply, he would be scary. But, yeah, this timing window just worked out perfectly. Good old 2v2 Korean tier 2 push. We've seen that years before, we see it here again. And now they even got the expansion. They got the tier 3, and they certainly got this game.
Yeah, Expo down. This is basically KraV on 1 base. With the tier 3, of course. Against Moon and Lin on 2 bases, and Starbuck is losing the Farseer again. There's no way out of this one. Indeed, very old school strategy. If you replace, I think... Oh, even the Sapper gets killed. If you replace the Farseer with the Blade Master, that would be even more old school. But it's game, and it's a tie in our 2-2.
All right. We get to see a third map. And which one is that?
I don't know. Well,
I hope it's one of the new ones. I haven't seen all of them yet, so I think I haven't seen Fort Pearl yet, but that one definitely has been vetoed.
Next map is Tidewater Glades. Well, last map is Tidewater Glades.
That's certainly one we're quite familiar with, and both teams should know very well.
Okay, question is, when can we join? To not crash the lobby. In the meantime, as we're waiting, once again, this tag team tournament is on Matcherino, and you can support it with just a simple click. Follow us here on Twitch, Twitter, or YouTube, and you add 25 cents to the prize pool. If you don't want to do that for whatever reason, maybe you are a follower of us already, then you can of course chip in with normal money. Just click on contribute and raise the prize pool. These amazing players, we're getting close to the semifinal. They all deserve quite some shout out for their performances here. Very good format, very good game so far, quite a few upsets, and might be just another one if the Europeans take this year.
Yeah, I think the greed was a little bit too much right there. The map sort of suited it with a fast expansion. Tidewater Glades, really not a very good fast expansion map, is it? With the expansion pretty much in the center of the map, far forward, and also very hard to creep, so it should be a lot more one base play, I imagine. Starbuck has to stick to his race. He's gonna have to stick with Orc here.
That is their combo, though. They played it throughout. And it's a very, very strong combo. We've seen that in pretty much every team event there is. Lin and 1-2-0, of course, super strong. Was there a Shao KK combo with Undead? I don't think so. But yeah, if you can play Orc Undead, then you want to go Orc Undead.
And I'm going to be interested to see what they're going to bring out, especially for Undead. You can actually play every first hero. In WGL, remember we saw a lot of Dreadlord first, with expansions into A-bombs, which look surprisingly strong. Although we haven't seen it too much lately. You can certainly play DK, you can certainly play Cryptlord, and KraV is really good at Lich first as well. Pretty interesting that Undead, which used to be the least versatile race, nowadays seems to have the most options with first hero.
Yeah, those Dreadlord A-bomb strategies, that was a year ago almost. 10 months. That doesn't work anymore, I think. Mikael and Thunder tried that. And oh boy, that did not work. But what works is our game. Once again, the server is West India, the battleground between Moon, Lin, KraV, and Starbuck. Will it be the reverse sweep for the Korean legends, or will it be the European underdogs taking the 2-2?
Haida Müller, thank you with a 6-month resub, and Wiesel with the 11. Thank you guys very much. Reload in. We are on map 3, Tidewater Glades. Bottom left we have KraV, opening with a fast Fiend build. Starbuck in the bottom right, opening without any buildings so far. Interesting. Moon, top right, as the Night Elf with what looks like standard. And so is Lin in the top left.
This could just be mass headhunters with a TC.
This looks like TC headhunters, exactly. I think so too.
Man, I really did not think that we would see more TC. And now we see him twice in a 2-2. On the other side, Fiend build, as you said. So this will be a little similar to the first game, I think. Because it's going to be KraV and Starbuck pushing. There must be a very dedicated push. Moon is again going... Oh, no, I'm not too sure what he's going for. There is an Engine of War. Could be a Demon Hunter again, and it is. And a Farseer. So the question is, can KraV and Starbuck overwhelm at the late stages of Tier 1 or the early stages of Tier 2?
Could also be a wild transition in the late game if we get to Tier 3. Like, TC Mass Berserkers plus A-bombs can be very strong, but for that, the game would have to go quite long. And some destroyers, I suppose.
Got a new sub here. Orbital Shock. Thank you very much. TC it is. Damn. If, like, we know the 2-2 meta by now, don't we?
Oh, I definitely do not. Hell no.
Dude, just
absolutely
pretend.
clueless.
Fake it till you make it. We've always been that way.
But, no. I stand for integrity and truthfulness, Neo, just like my Christian faith.
Yeah.
So here comes the Demon Hunter now. He's going to start off with level 2 if he doesn't have to split experience. And he won't. Farseer is going to run over across to harass right away with the Wolves, helping with the early creeping just a little bit, which is pretty cool. Oh, that was an Ancient of War deny, though. That hurts.
Oh yeah, that's a big chunk of experience missing. Also Crystal Ball, of course, not the greatest. They see this build now. See, early Fiends, no hero yet. Okay, there's no hero on the map for KraV and Starbuck until this very moment.
The Farseer harass here early on. Not too impactful. If there's 2 Fiends out right away, the Farseer then doesn't have it too easy. This is something we've been seeing in 1v1 as well a lot, with a fast Fiend build against the TC Headhunter, Farseer Headhunter build.
It's kind of
TC
okay, right? If you harass
I think
the Undead, I mean, it's time for the TC to creep. If you harass the Orc, then it's time for the DK to creep. No matter what, this should be a decent early game for KraV and Starbuck.
KraV is also taking fairly fast on 20 supply. So he's delaying the 3rd Fiend for a long time. Is of course a viable choice. Having that 3rd Fiend early means usually that you can deal with wolves very easily. But KraV wants to get that tech rolling faster. Of course, he's going to rely on the Lich second later on, where the Demon Hunter just keeps on creeping and creeping. Gets more experience, got 2 rings already, which is not bad at all for him. And he, of course, wants to have that fast level 3.
Everybody wants that fast level 3, but only few can really get it. Tech at 2/3 for Lin. Moon not massing. Why is his tech so late? Did he feed, maybe?
He did do 2 Wisp Repair, but that shouldn't amount for that much. Maybe he did transfer some resources. Wouldn't that be nice if we could see that in 2v2, like displayed somehow, but the technology isn't there yet, folks.
Absolutely unnecessary. We just assume things. Life of a caster. You don't have to know anything.
You're trying to assume my gender right now, Neo?
Don't go there. Demon Hunter super low despite Rune Braces and Ring. He was tanking a lot. Lin is doing a good job distracting with the Farseer. But is that job good enough, is the question. Tier 2 is done. Goes for his own TC, Torrent Totem once again. Despite there not being too many summons.
Moon continues to creep with his demon, with his archers, and the Dark Troll Berserker. Where I must say, I like the swag. I like the style. He's got the purple rolling, you know? Maybe I should buy some purple clothing as well. I feel inspired. While Lin is still trying to slow down the opposition. And it seems to be working fairly well. DK and TC not yet level 3, but will have it very soon. This Demon Hunter, by the way, is an ultra beefcake. Imagine also Khadgar's Gem of Health on top of him, level 4 evasion. He's never gonna die.
Well, in 2-on-2, never say never. But yeah, he's a very, very tanky boy. How about instead of buying purple clothes, you dye your hair? I mean, I know how much you love blue hair, so why not go with purple?
Honestly, it's not really very enticing. I've done that plenty of times in the past, and it was meh. It's not really something that I find very interesting at all.
But the viewers would. Just sacrifice your hair for the viewers, like I did.
Yeah, I mean, the viewers would also like to see me, you know, do all sorts of things to myself, but sometimes we have to restrain ourselves.
To OnlyFans, exactly. OnlyFans.com
for the general good, you know. What's the right way to say that? For the... Not the proper good. What's the way to say that?
Greater good?
Greater good, that's the...
2021, Neo is educating Remo in English.
Dude, did you see that picture that one girl posted? She's an OnlyFans girl, and in 1 month, she made $900,000 on OnlyFans.
She must be entertaining.
Bro, we should switch careers. We should, like, re-educate ourselves. We should take a course, how to get successful on OnlyFans. It's gonna be my goal for the new year. Remo 2021.
Maybe you get Instagram to work first before you move over. We have a tier 3.
Instagram is for the boomers, Neo. Haven't you heard?
We have Beastery coming up. Lin stays at tier 2 once again, going for defense upgrades. It's all about defense here. This is not my style of 2-on-2.
Did you have a spike there right there?
Yeah, but biggie.
Oh, yeah.
Waiting for host spike. It's not the end of the world yet. Oh, it very well might be, though. See what you do to our game talking about OnlyFans all the time.
What kind of shitty blame shifting is that? You started with the OnlyFans. Are you trying to get into politics? What are you doing?
This is a disconnect. Did the players or did everybody have that is the question? Or is anyone in? Okay, well played out. Daha out. Seems like we all got that disc. Well, more Warcraft, eh?
Yeah. Sometimes the server is not 100% stable, unfortunately. Well, regame it is, I suppose.
Alright then. Yeah, these tag team games, as cool as they are, they do take some time in between. Let's try this again. Remo might be gone, but I'm still here, and I'm in the game. And we have the same positions, the same races, and maybe the same builds? No, not the same builds. We do have Starbuck in the bottom left. Not with the TC Headhunter build this time. On the other side, KraV going for the Fiends once again. So they are switching it up. Lin in the upper right. With Farseer Grunts, I guess. And Moon on the other side as well with the same build as before. So the Koreans stick to their guns. And the Europeans switching it up once again. So far, game 1 or the first attempt of game 3, I want to say. Was kind of a creeping fiesta and tech fiesta. Let's see. Whoa! Okie dokie. Blade Master first? If he... Can you harass this? Are you in time? This would be huge. I mean, regame kind of cool for Moon because now he has a second shot to get this creep spot again. Whew. Demon Hunter by Moon again. Farseer by Lin. Blade Master, Speed Scroll, Harass. This is huge. DK Blade. I mean, you can harass with the Blade Master as well. He might fall off a little. Moon will probably scout this if he's not going into Windwalk immediately, which he does not. So he can anticipate this now. Windwalk, Speed Scroll, off we go. And immediately Lin moves over with the Grunt and the 2 Wolves, harasses with Lightning Orbs. Oh man, he must have practiced this. I really hope he did practice this. Moon gets the big one this time. And the Timber Wolf. Okay. He only wants the Ancient? Is that worth it? I'm not too sure. This accomplished nothing so far, unfortunately. Lin can't really do too much against this build with the early Fiends with the Farseer, but it's okay. Keep the DK from creeping. And we have the old battle between Demon Hunter and Blade. But yeah, Starbuck, this didn't really work too well. Look at this block by KraV. Really well done. A little bit of extra damage. Flexing the muscles against the best orc of all time. Creep Spot wakes up. A couple of extra hits. There's no speed scroll anymore. He has no mana anymore. This was a very good defense by Moon, knowing exactly what to do against this. And once again, he's a little too late. Moon continues with his crazy tankiness items. Talisman, which is of course obsolete, and a ring. So this is the last Windwalk. If he's greedy, he might get trapped here. Okay, but yep, that's exactly what's happening. Can't get out. Moon's Archer says nope. And instead of the big creep, he gets the Blade Master. Still good damage. The weight of this best of 3 is on the shoulder of KraV. Skeletons finally deflect this Farseer. He wants to creep this DK so bad. Blade Master comes back, should be in time. This was definitely calculated. He knew that he would get trapped and killed there, but it's A, only level 1. And B, he was on that tier 2, so it's not blocking for the Shadow Hunter later. Level 2, pretty good. For the DK, for the aura. Moon continues creeping. Seems to be his creep route here with no Engine of War at the natural, so the Demon Hunter for once goes very low, but he's not using too much mana, so he can just simply heal up. Tier 2 tech for Lin, once again a little faster. KraV only teching now. This is very different from game 1. We was teching with 20 supply, now at 26. Very, very, very low. Starbuck arrives at tier 2 though. That was a lot faster. Shadow Hunter second. The norm. KraV making sure that the wolves don't get anything. Blade Master back at creeping as well and back at poking. And Moon does exactly what he did in game number 1. He gets... Oh my god, these items, man. Tankiest Demon Hunters of all the times. Lionhorn, of course, a little reduced now. Back to 1 bonus armor. Wasn't it 1.5? Maybe it does just not display. Belt, ring. Okay. Blade Master can't get the steal here, unfortunately. Can he get some grunts, maybe? The revenge by Starbuck. He wants to trap Lin here a little bit. Gets the kill. Now, archers might be slow, but he's got to be careful. This Demon Hunter is not only tanking so much, he's also packing a punch. Close to level 4. Man, this is wild. Illusion distracting Lin for a little bit. DK still creeping up to level 3. Shadow Hunter comes in. You don't want to get hexed too much. Moon about to lose that Berserker, but he doesn't. 15 HP. In the meantime, the TC is making strides towards level 3 as well. Lin's still busy with this illusion, which is really weird. Was the stream gone, or what happened? Or why the F? Why the rip? I'm still streaming here, apparently. Scourge Bone Chimes. For Blade Master Grunts, kinda nice. Is he going Raiders? Is he going A-Bombs? No, he goes Fiend, Slaughterhouse, tier 2. And Raiders. Okay, so 4 Grunts and Raiders. It's pretty good. It might be a lot of Raiders, actually. Naga second by Moon. They want to put on some pressure to distract from this tree. TC did take some time to creep this. Almost no damage here on KraV, thanks to the illusion once again. Level 2, DK level 3. Blade Master severely underleveled. And I wonder, is that not a little too ambitious? Moon is trying to find his opponent, doesn't work. Another ring. Like, look at these items. It's pure tankiness. What the hell?
A player's forces are under attack.
Now everything is hurt. Waiting for the first statue. Was he supply blocked for a bit? I do think so. Otherwise, there must be a statue right now. DK and Raiders move to the upper left-hand side where Moon is still building that expansion. Only a Farseer level 1, who is distracting quite a bit, but there's a burrow also here. This is more scouting and pushing, and Moon's expansion is getting cancelled. Big moment for KraV and Starbuck. That mid-game game plan doesn't work too well. No tier 3 on either side. Only KraV. And this time they don't do the mistake and rush 2 tier 3s like they did on map number 2. Gotta be careful here. TP is still there. We don't want to lose any units unnecessarily. A little bit of a supply lead, I think, for Moon and Lin. Oh, well, actually evens out. Starbuck losing 1 grunt, maybe losing 1 raider. That's a good save, but can't save that raider anymore. Demon Hunter needs an ensnare. Gets this ensnare. Tied up now. What was that sound? Was that Devour? Not too sure. Pushed into Starbuck's base while expanding or trying to expand again. Oh, the Kodo gets intercepted. That is huge. 4 supply just gone. And of course 1 Devour as well. You can't afford to lose the second Kodo to KraV Starbuck. And here comes a big undead orc army backstabbing. Blade Master with Vamp Aura. A little bit of extra damage, but it's only single target. There's barely any AoE. I mean, there's Nova and Stomp, and that's it, I think. No Chain Lightning, no Fork Lightning. Lack of lightning, if you ask me. We have some scrolls. Blade Master immediately in a world of trouble. Uses the heal scroll immediately. Lin with the Book of the Dead, using the undead against the undead. Irony. Blade Master again has to go to the shop. This Stomp is wonderful. KraV not splitting against this. Crazy fight between them. There's still a heal scroll. Uses it immediately. How long can they stay? How much time can they buy? Starbuck down to 38. KraV at 46. The Fiends are kind of well protected. Statues work overtime in the back. There's still a TP. Starbuck. This Kodo Beast again taken out. Lots of auras for Starbuck and KraV. They also found a flute, which is excellent. But Starbuck's units, they just seem to be dying as it's like 41 supply still for Lin. Blade Master is in trouble. If he gets one more nuke, he might be dead. 1 heal scroll. He says no to the TC. TP's out now. Lich! Mana burn so close. Last lightning orb gets him. And maybe Moon and Lin got this point right now. Starbuck down to 28. KraV at 46. Moon still at 50. And Lin at 44. This looks dire. The Koreans are pushing into Starbuck's base once again. We've seen this before in game number 2. And there was a neckbreaker. KraV, how can you save your ally? 3-2-2 now. Blade Master, really not a solid choice if you ask me. There's pink everywhere on the map. Units here, 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 expansion here, movement here. Crazy. That multitasking is bonkers. Orb of Corruption on the ground. Lich picks it up. Thank you, Choda and Hansel for the sub. Is that their last breath? They need to know about this expansion. Staff and heal scroll for Lin. Staffing to the right hand side. Probably he has no resource at the moment for anything else. Power creeping by Starbuck and KraV, but of course on the other side that's basically the same. TC is such an ultra tank, it's ridiculous. Thanks of course to the drops from the Demon Hunter. They want this red spot. Whew, and I got a lot of messages here. Yeah, gotta take care of that later.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay. Is that the push into submission? That the 1-0 for Moon and Lin? Looks really good! Moon is breaking upkeep. Heal scrolls, Invo potion, mana potion, even a scroll of freaking restoration. That's what you love to see. Especially in 2 vs 2. What did they get? Did they sell their item already? The big one? Looks like it. Okay. Hold or fold. Right onto the stronghold. Oh boy. Do we have a base race here? We do! Reinforced defenses on Lin's side. You can't do too much damage here. The stronghold is about to drop! Oh my! Goes for the Naga. Hero focus immediately, but there's almost no crowd control. Hex and Nova, that's about it. Scroll of Restoration. What a beauty! And the Stomp in the middle of everything. KraV can't dodge them. And the Fiends are all affected by it. This TC is such a weapon. Level 4, getting nuked now, but there's an Invo Potion, and the effective HP is through the roof. Can't be displayed by the in-game engine, that's for sure. A little bit of healing on the Naga, so the hero focus doesn't work. Moon gets level 5. Starbuck with his first hero, only level 3. Trying to get the Stomp off now for Lin, or trying to get the hero focus off now, but the only hero that falls might be the Blade Master. Has an Invo Potion for a little bit. Staff on the TC, so he's out of that fight. Are they actually holding this? Moon has to TP out. It's still a lot of supply and a big lead. But they do hold. But then they fold, hey? That's game, everybody. And that is 1-0 for Moon and Lin.
It looked so promising there for a while, especially after the first map, of course. But the Europeans do lose the 2v2 where they were praised to be so strong. And now it's going to be rough, dude. Now they're going to have to win 3 1v1s against Lin and Moon.
Yo, that's not easy. Remo woke up from the nap. We go into the one-on-ones, and the first one is, as you can see, Moon versus Starbuck. On paper, a very one-sided affair, but hard to tell what's going to happen. Is Starbuck randoming? Is he playing undead? We'll see after a little break. Here we go, everybody. It is the first one-on-one of the tag team quarterfinal. Moon versus Starbuck is our match at the moment. Starbuck still super young, super talented. He is one of the players to look out for, hopefully, in 2021. Hope he's going to play the Dream Hacks, all the Dream Hacks. And now, this is his big test of strength. He is up against the legend. That is Moon.
Spawning the top left on the new map, Tide Hunters. Where yours truly, Remo and Neo, actually have a little Easter egg. Would you believe it? If we catch it later, we'll tell you. But it's a secret for now. Just like the first hero choices are. What are we going to see from Moon? It could be anything with the exception of a Podem. That would certainly not be wise. And also KraV could go for a myriad of choices.
Yeah, especially in his one-on-one later against Lin. But this is Starbuck first, who got undead. And let's see what inspired him. Certainly not KraV, because it is not a Crypt Lord. It is a DK, the standard. Is he going with the standard? Is he going with ghouls? I would certainly advise him to do so. So, usually what we see, yeah, Keeper, super solid choice against random. No big surprise here. What we see is Creep the Sea Giant, Creep the Expansion, Creep a Green, and then either harass or go for the Marketplace. That would be my go-to creep route for now.
Yeah, would not be too surprised here to see an expansion, especially from Moon. Starbuck, we all know KraV loves to expand, right? He's one of the most prevalent early game expanding undeads in Europe, but Starbuck? How does he prefer to play? I must admit, I'm not too familiar with his style. Is he one of those fast expo dudes, or... Well, looking at his inventory, certainly looks like the answer to that is yes.
Oh, okay. Quite some surprises. He's skipping the green. He goes immediately to this expansion, which is still totally fine. Because this creep is super duper mega easy. Big and important snipe here. Get the Scout of Moon. So there's no detonate against the skeletons here. And as you can see, super duper mega easy.
Yeah, and because Moon didn't detonate with that Wisp to deny the experience, that's, I think, why the DK is going to get level 2 here.
Usually,
otherwise something could be missing, right?
Usually you lack 4 XP, but it's easy to get with like a Treant or whatever, or the Murlocs here in front of it. But yeah, this is level 2 already, and that is a big help. Here come 2 Wisps, new Treants as well. Very aggressive Starbuck, going for the Surround of the Legend.
With a hot feet, with a dance underway, but doesn't quite get the Keeper right there. Treants partly expired, partly being resummoned. Another coil connects. Again, no detonate, but 1 Wisp still will find the detonate against the light.
Will it though? Yeah, it did, but not the majority of it.
I think you should have put it smack bang in the middle right there, and then there would have been no blight anymore. Perhaps a little mistake.
Needs to cancel this, I think. Wow, man, he's living on the edge with this. Now comes the cancel, but that took some attention off of the Haunted, but Moon gets it as well. Treants versus Gold Mines recently. What a success story.
Starbuck, is he gonna be stubborn about this? Is he gonna try to force it through? The answer seems yes. Depending on how heavy the Night Elf plays harass and how heavily he stays on tier 1, you can just transition into tier 2, give up on the expansion for a while, and go gargoyles and re-expand later. But Starbuck is gonna try it. Starbuck is gonna live or die by this expansion. And Moon, he's gonna take that invitation and go all in right here very soon with Huntresses.
Yeah, Moon is still level 1. Tier 1, I mean, has Huntress up, has a proxy Engine of War up. Creeping up now with another easy camp at the Flash Eater. And that is the level 2 for him. So hello and Tangle. In the meantime, the Ziggurat is up. Not updating yet. And a Graveyard transition for the Spirit Tower. Plus a second Crypt. So Starbuck seems to be pretty sure that he is able to hold that expo.
Forces are under attack.
Yeah, he's making the right plays here. He's not playing it too greedy. If he was to go tier 2 and then start Graveyard and then go into Fiends, that would lead to disaster. He needs to delay tier 2, spam Towers and Fiends, lots of them, to hold on against the Keeper, against the Entangle, against the Huntresses. Ideally, in a situation like this, the Undead would love to have Mercenaries for Shadow Priest to dispel and for the Berserker. But of course, this map doesn't have a Merc camp, so this option is not available to Starbuck, but he's got the DK level 3. Pretty good items. And now also Fiends coming out, and what should be Towers soon.
Yeah, got the Graveyard ready, so Spirit Towers it should be. Very, very good against Huntress, of course. But Moon is coming in. 3 hunts, level almost 3, and a lot of Wisps.
A player's force
Starbuck, this is not gonna be easy for you.
Important dual kill right here. That's the level 3, and I wonder what he's going to go for. Oh, he doesn't hesitate at all. Treants right away. That means the Entangles against the Fiends aren't going to be that strong, but we don't have any Fiends here yet. Decisive move in by Moon. This is going to be his victory already.
Starbuck needs to repair. No summons yet. Moon is not putting down any APs. No piercing damage yet either, but this is a fairly easy hold on the Ziggurat, so this is the first and so important Spirit Tower. Downside, DK pretty low.
One Fiend there also was heavily getting blocked. Ooh, but nice last second coil comes in there to heal the Fiend again. Mana now completely gone. Keeper and DK have nothing left, but the Huntress numbers still looking pretty good.
Starbuck, good micro. DK almost getting surrounded. Whew, that was close. Fiends basically have to do it on their own, and now it's time to slap down some APs and more Hunters and maybe even Glaives. Starbuck, can you still repair here the Keeper? He says hello to the DK once again, who barely healed up, but there was a corpse. He got new skeletons, no Wisps anymore. Huntress falls as well. The Spirit Tower is still up.
Fiends and Spirit Tower put in good damage. 1 AP gets cancelled. Second AP, though, seems to be finishing. Starbuck has to get more and more Fiends out. More are coming, of course, from the main. He's going to have 4 Fiends here in a second, but 1 possibly falling. Oh, the tower can actually reach the AP now.
That's a lot of damage. That might just be... Oh, it's so close. It's gonna be so close. The Treants are not getting the Fiend. They're about to get the tower. Moon, you can't repair this. Didn't cancel it.
It's looking better for Starbuck, isn't it? He's got good Fiend numbers now. He's got the towers. The DK is back with decent health. The Keeper might be in trouble now himself. There's a coil, and he has to TP out. And this all-in is held by Starbuck.
What the hell? Didn't expect this. Moon is so good with these AP pushes, or Huntress pushes, all-ins. And that is indeed still an all-in. He's still on tier 1. He is forced to just rinse and repeat this. Maybe on a higher level, maybe within Protection Scroll, Heal Scroll or something. Tier 2 by Starbuck has just started. His Fiends, of course, superior with decent micro. That coil didn't really work too well. The Ritual Dagger is getting cancelled everywhere thanks to the Glaive of the Hunts. And supply is even, but it looks like a force majeure for Moon.
Could get 1 Fiend here pretty easy with the Entangle if he gets in range, but he doesn't quite get in range. And once Starshape is standing on Blight with the towers, he is super strong. This Huntress army not made for fighting into towers and Fiends. Maybe the mistake by Moon was to have the towers too far forward. If the APs were a little further back and they finish, And then you can go for glaives. Maybe then he could have kept up this siege. But if the APs get cancelled, as we saw, it's just a complete disaster.
First it's Starbuck playing, then it's Star-Shaped. It's Starbuck, Remo. Remember that name. You might need it for the rest of the year, because that is a very, very promising performance so far. Moon is falling back, creeps his expansion, and that is even more time for Starbuck. I'm not really confident that Moon can do this. I mean, he's teching as well, but there's no expansion, no sign of an expansion. And what do you, like, there is a certain timing for a level 5 keeper, but that goes away pretty soon as well.
Yeah, I think Moon has to get value out of these hunts very soon. Go for some scrolls and then force a fight at the expo. The level 2 Entangle plus Treants is really strong right now. With that, you can take out a lot of Fiends. You're probably going to lose a lot of hunts in the process, but you kind of want to rotate out of them anyway. Expansion has been scouted. Starbuck knows it's going to take a while until the tree is over at the natural. And Starbuck, of course, getting richer and richer. I like the early upgrades on the Fiends. First attack upgrade finished already. First armor upgrade now coming in as well. And look at the timing of the Necro. Finishes just in time. The Spirit Tower also about to finish, but no TP to TP to it.
Exactly. About to be 2 towers. Can he still hold this against all this normal damage? I don't think so. He does have a backup. Tier 2 finishes now, so he could potentially TP. All the Acolytes are so hurt. Okay, no TP. Lich started now. The DK finds himself in a surround immediately. Moon has to break out of this, though. Has to leave, because here's the damage, here's the pain, here's the Fiends.
Yeah, could have just TP'd out. This DK way too tanky anyways. Look at his inventory. Super tanky indeed. And the Keeper, he's the one who's going to have to TP now. Again. We saw one earlier, and now we see one again. But I still think it was a decent attack. As I said, he needed to get value out of the hunts as long as he could. And I suppose he did. Moon's expansion now soon to be over at the expo, but also no Nature's Blessing. It's taking a while. Lich is coming. Slaughterhouse. Statues soon for Starbuck. And he doesn't even have to rush tier 3. If Starbuck just goes to 60, 70 supply, big tier 2 army, that could be the killing blow.
Still no TP for Starbuck, but a potion of greater mana. The second potion of greater mana. Lich is in trouble. Getting intercepted here. That's the beauty of the marketplace, by the way. Easy to creep. You don't take much damage. Starbuck, are you watching? Nova trying to fight out. Ooh, this is not looking too good. It's only level 1. Not the biggest deal, but this is level 5.
Going for the altar right away. He knows the Lich is supposed to be remade there. Starbuck may have to cancel the tech. Seems fairly likely. But more importantly, Starbuck is killing the expansion in the north. And this is what Moon tried to distract from. So both players here tactically smart in their attempt. But I think Starbuck is getting the better end of the deal.
Yeah, even if the shop falls, he is rebuilding. No, he has a backup shop already. So that's really not the end of the deal. He needs to get this kill, though. Ooh, okay, not an X-Lord Foggy tree. That would have been a disaster, but so far it's fine. He did queue the tier 3. He calls for the GG! Starbuck did it! Taking a map off of the 5th race. Jesus.
Yes, super well done. Starbuck there almost looked stubborn, trying to push through his expansion. That can very often fail when the Night Elf goes in with the Keeper and hunts. But here he holds. Very well done. Gets the Fiends early, gets the tower early, brings the Ghouls when he needs to. Probably aided a little bit in the map, where the expansion is so easy. And a few little mistakes by Moon. Not detonating in time. Of course, ping doesn't really do him many favors. And the DK was a little too leveled, a little too early. And Starbuck, impressive here on map 1, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. The first 2 holes were so damn good. And it's really hard for Moon to come back after this when you go for such a dedicated attack as Moon did. Tidehunters, that one goes to the Undead for, like, the random player with Undead. Moon can't be sure that this is going to be Undead again. This was... like, if we give a main race, quote-unquote, to Starbuck, that should be his. Undead?
You mean Undead?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's what he started out playing. That's what he's usually the best with. But again, he's extremely good with random. I don't really know his actual play well enough to say how his races rank. Would be interesting to hear from him. But I always feel like his Orc and Night Elf have also been looking really good. I haven't seen too much of his human. But yeah, now once again, Moon is going to have to guess. Moon is going to have to pick his hero potentially before scouting the opponent, or is going to have to send out a super early Wisp Scout.
Okay, Moon is in. Needs to switch to team 1, and then we're good to go. This is something I did not expect. I have a lot of respect for Starbuck, like the guy a lot, but on the other side, it's Moon. Like, yeah.
Starbuck did. He's been impressive on ladder for a long time. I'm always a little disappointed that he doesn't play too much in qualifiers. I remember at some point last year he tried to qualify for DreamHack, but he was kind of out of practice after the qualifier where he didn't make it. I asked him how he was going and stuff, and he said, yeah, man, didn't play too well, didn't practice too much. I was busy the last 2 weeks planting potatoes. So, you know, he's also got other things going on in his life, but I think super talented guy, really promising in many different races. Would love to see him in more tournaments, of course.
Oh, yeah. Didn't he play that mad concealed hill game against Mad Frog?
It was against some undead and he random Night Elf. Yeah. I think so.
By a
We've seen quite a few mad games for him in the past.
Mad Frog! That was fun. That was quite fun. So, what do we got now? We got probably the best outcome for Starbuck in map 1. And here we have probably the worst outcome because, ladies and gentlemen, this is a Night Elf mirror.
Yeah, absolutely. Moon will have more experience here, but Moon, if he doesn't scout, he's going to have to go for his first hero without knowing what's on the other side. The safest choice is always Keeper. In Night Elf Mirror against Demon Hunter, that can very quickly be underwhelming. Is Starbuck going to try to hard counter a potential Keeper now with a Demon? I would say that's pretty likely. We'll take a look.
Everything else would be kind of ballsy by Moon as well, right? I mean, you can go for a Demon Hunter, but it's really not that good. It should be a Keeper. Yeah, it is.
Oh,
and Potom.
Okay. That is a sign of confidence by Starbuck. Potom hunts can beat Keeper hunts with level 3 and the aura and everything, but you have to be really diligent to always take the right engagements and to always bring wisps. If there's no wisps around, it's really easy for the Keeper to snipe one Huntress after the next, get a big lead, and kill the Potom. It would have been way easier for Starbuck to counter the opponent here with a Demon Hunter, but he feels he can do it with a Potom with excellent play.
Maybe he just wants to show Moon how to properly tower push. You know? Teach him a little lesson.
Yeah, I mean, the 5th race. He's got a lot of things to learn, doesn't he?
Always. Never stop improving. No Engine of War deny on this side. Moon scouted this. He knows exactly what's up now. And his counter is a Huntress Hall of him. Like, he plans one as well. Well, why am I saying as well? There's no Huntress Hall for Starbuck.
Yeah, we're certainly expecting Huntresses here, but as you correctly said, no Huntress Hall so far. Starbuck, is he just gonna tech? That would be kind of wild. Normally, the bottom openings we see always involve lots of hunts, and if any tier 2, a late tier 2, and then glaives and zeppelins, especially on this map, zeppelin's very popular. There's also the thing about Starbuck, he has his own playstyle, he doesn't care about the meta.
He can archer hunt push, especially with the fake out now, with Moon going hunts. This is gonna be a way later tech for Moon. And archer dryads are the hard counter to hunts.
Yeah, if he wants to go really wild, he could rush marksmanship.
Oh,
But
that's
that would be
crazy
kinda
though.
crazy.
Also a lot more time for Moon to stabilize, I think.
A player's
I think you go for Naga push on tier 2.
I mean, he's got the late game. Starbuck doesn't need to force anything. If he gets level 5, he's got crazy damage. If he's got enough Dryads, the Keeper is rendered almost useless.
Wow, he is actually doing that, man. Expansion. Okay, the confidence in Starbuck is really impressive.
The Treant almost saw it. He was so close. I don't think he did actually catch it, though. Nature's Blessing. I'm not sure if it was ready. Oh. Yeah, it is actually. And now he sees it. Oh, great scout by Moon.
Since when do you keep on confusing Ultra Vision with Nature's Blessing? It's the third time this week.
It's a crucial upgrade, Neo, you know? They
True.
They are closely together, combined in my membranes.
Also very, very close in importance for the Night Elf race. Okay, I forgive you that. That was a very good explanation. So, Moon is rushing north immediately. He has 2 hunts there, about to be 2 hunts and an archer. And Starbuck doesn't really get much done, which is very, very hard to do anyway against the Keeper early. But he's seemingly ready for the defense, except
the Wisps.
the bottom.
The Wisps. He needs to bring the Wisps. Star-shaped now pulls them over. 3 of them. A little late. Yeah, Starbuck. Like, I never say Starbuck. Yeah, it's hard to. And now it's also playing Night Elf. How confusing can you get? And this is definitely going to be a cancel here by the look of things. It's just too much damage.
Good damage on the Keeper as well, but not as good as this one is on the expansion. Boom! Gone it is! Level 2.7. But that's also not a level where you want to push with. Keeper can heal at the fountain because it's night. Tier 2 is done now, so is he switching gears into a heavier push strat? He can still go into that Naga mass push. Hunter's Hall now. Oh, he can't go Dryads, he has no lures. Yikes.
Goes for a Dark Ranger.
The town is under
Alright. Certainly excellent for creeping. Also very good against archers. Against enemy hunts? Not so sure.
Me neither. Is this maybe the Toxie life drain strat?
Sure, why not? Try it out. Keeper's coming in for the creep jack here once again. Might even be a TP force to pot him. Shadow Meld. Oh, but there's a reveal as well. Paul needs to run and will survive. 100 actually goes down, and Starbuck is turning this creep jack around.
Okay. Dark Ranger helps. Alchemist second by Moon. Who gets the last hit here?
Players' forces are under attack.
It is Black Arrow, of course, as you can see. Alchemist has 0 experience. Will he get it? Oh, Starbuck, you legend in the making. Getting the last hit here. Item goes to the to Moon, but man, this prevents level 3 Keeper for quite some time.
And now we do see the Tree of Life, and if Starbuck creeps in the right position, then should be able to also keep it safe. Moon's expansion, of course, done earlier, but has to walk over, so the timing of the expos might be very similar indeed. And now with more creeping, with more skeletons, Starbuck's gonna have lots of opportunity to scout, like he's scouting already with the Skelly, seeing Moon at the lab.
It's of course a good tool to have now. Maybe if you're lucky, scouting or forcing detonates. Starbuck stays at tier 2, trying to get these Dryads into the mix. But for Moon, wait. For Moon, it's not the same. He has no lore. He sticks with Huntress and Archers.
Loses one of these archers right away, but will be traded for an archer on the other side. This one Huntress by Moon in the main base, by the way, has been really annoying. Harassing Wisps, harassing Moonwells, now harassing the expansion, but won't find any kills, but does a good job scouting.
If Moon goes heavier into Archers, the Dark Ranger turns out to be really, really good. Life drain, by the way.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ooh, Keeper Greater Mana and Pendant of Energy. Great value from this. Skeleton Scouts and has a lot of duration. He will reveal this. Tree not getting cancelled.
First Dryad is out, so this Huntress in the north should be dead, theoretically. Oh, might actually get away.
Oh, the archers say hello. Oh, will they?
Should be another kill for the keeper, right? One more entangle.
Forces are under attack.
And yeah, I talked about this earlier. I think Starbuck a little too careless with the wisps. Should be bringing more. Keeper, can he staff out here? Or is this going to be the TP? TP to save the Huntress as well. Nice move by Moon. In the meantime, the Alchemist crept up the natural. Now the tree will be rooting. And yeah, the expo timing is going to be very similar.
Okay. Entangle starts now. Little bit ahead for Starbuck. We do have no Nature's Blessing on the European side. For Moon, there is. So not easy to detonate against it. Second Engine of War. And then soon to be tier 3. Marksmanship Bass Archers?
It's a good question, Leo. I'm not sure. I mean, could be anything. Finds the Agitome, puts it on the Dark Ranger. You know, as much as I like to meme about it. Wouldn't it be better on the bottom, though?
Well, the slippers are on the bottom. You know, sharing is caring.
Share the wealth. Very good. Qualthala's boots. Jesus Christ, look at all the Agi from this camp. +8 for the Dark Ranger. She says thank you. And gives those to the bottom, actually. With her having more damage. But also the Dark Ranger now, level 3. That's 10 damage bonus on the arrow. And for the bottom, it's going to be 20 soon when she reaches level 4. So quite a bit of range deeps from Starbuck's side.
Yeah, the scaling of the black arrow. It's really weird. From 2 to 10. Okay, heal scroll, invo potion, good damage on the bottom. Dryads are in, spreading the poison. That's the second TP by Moon in just... What was that, half a minute?
It's kind of weird that he played this so aggressive. I guess the main purpose was to just buy time. That means Starbuck is gonna get now the lab and perhaps even the red camp. But Moon might want to run over to the red to get one camp at least for himself. But no, he passes by the red, buys a sapper. He wants to bomb the expansion. There's skeletons at the fountain. Does Starbuck see it?
Maybe the sapper was not in range? He's moving back immediately. He has a sapper of his own. Sapper mirror. But it's not. But Moon has Nature's Blessing. Starbuck doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. That +5 armor makes a big difference on the trees. So Starbuck's gonna have to be a lot more careful. But he's playing it well. He's playing it carefully. Loses one archer. But that might be the end of things. It falls night again. But now we have both with Ultra Vision.
Sapper stays home. And Starbuck is checking out. Okay, do you have that upgrade? Do you not? Sapper 1. Sapper 2. Ladies and gentlemen, dear night elves around the world, would you please listen to me and upgrade this wonderful upgrade called Nature's Blessing?
Yeah, it was a little rough for him. He had low lumber the whole game, but I thought he knew this was coming. He played so defensively, but then he get kind of outmaneuvered by Moon, and that is definitely Starbuck in big trouble.
How much
lumber's still sort of low?
How much HP is left after you detonate 2 sappers on a tree with Nature's Blessing?
Oof, around 30% or so?
Okay. We're getting kind of close here. And there's Dryad. He can TP out.
Oh.
Lego! He's gonna get it. Focus fire. Boom. Expo exchange.
He doesn't even try to repair. Moon
No.
didn't even attempt it. Alright. Oh, look at that Shadow Meld. Moon needs to be careful not to lose too many units right here. Starbuck is gonna TP out. Lost 1 Dryad. 2 Dryads, actually. So it was a little painful. But in the meantime, we have the expansion coming up again. Treants will be scouting this. Is it time for Sapper number 5?
It's not on cooldown on the left. It is on cooldown on the left-hand side.
Forces are under attack.
No, Treants will expire. Alright. Where are we at this game? This is a tier 2 Night Elf Mirror. That lasts for more than 13 minutes. What? This
That's
week of
very-
Warcraft is really something, Remo.
It's very, very interesting. So Starbuck was looking way better just a moment ago, but now the archers are getting, the Dryades are getting countered by the archers. But if a snowball starts with the Dark Ranger, these archers may switch sides soon. And here we have the next fight breaking out. We do have Owl, by the way, for detection. Oh, the Owl flew away.
This one
summoned.
But it's no critical mass yet. 53. Not enough. Has to use the Invul Potion to stay alive on the bottom. No. Really, Starbuck?
Calculated, Neil. Calculated.
Okay. Expo's up again. Moon still takes some time. No protection there either. No attack. Moon with the Shredder. Lumber heavy tech, of course. Sends nutrients. A little bit of a preparation for what I assume will be Sapper number 3 and 4.
The Owl Scout also super valuable right here. Now that it's all about map movement, army positioning. Little Scout Owl doing a good job.
It is really impressive how Starbuck can force such a weird mirror on Moon to get him out of the comfort zone and then hold his ground as well with Dryads. I mean, we all know how scary Moon is with this unit. Is he outmaneuvering him now? No TP on Starship. Starbuck!
Yeah, I think Starbuck kind of fell for it right there. The Moon still showed the heroes in the middle, but the army went towards the expansion already. And that might be the Expo cancel. Starbuck seemingly making a big mistake here. But in the meantime, he's got a Mountain Giant.
What? Okay. Without double taunt, without hardened skin.
But with less cooldown now.
Yeah! Absolutely correct. Can he queue another one? Nope, he has 2 Dryads queued. Huh, interesting idea.
But that was definitely a mistake by Starbuck. He was putting too much focus on this red camp. He could have just fallen back or just easily chased and kept his expansion safe. But now again he finds himself 1 base versus 2, puts him under a lot of pressure. If the next attack doesn't kill Moon's expansion, very likely he has lost this game.
Moon with the Zeppelin now. Starbuck trying to push, okay, but can he get that MG in position? Uses the taunt already. Okay, displaying the new cooldown, I guess. Thank you, fan service here. This is gonna be nasty. He needs a snowball with the skeletons. And that is Mountain Giants without hardened skin, everybody. Ridiculous.
Starbuck also getting kills though. He's very close to bottom 5. That's gonna be a big level up in damage. He's only 1 more kill. Where are the abolishes, by the way? Does he not have the autocast turned on? Apparently not. Bottom taking loads of damage very far forward. Forced into the big Invul Potion. We even have a Shredder coming from the back. Does Moon have enough here to hold?
Heal scroll used. That's the last bit of healing. There's also no TP. How long can you stay in? This Invul Potion is still there. 1, 2, 3 Dryads falling. Level 5 from the Keeper as well. Starbuck, can you hold your ground here? Dark Ranger is super close to 5. Life Drain, but Porter doesn't have Life Drain. But Dispel saves herself. Next hero focus might be the end for Starbuck here. Still at 50. Not going for the... Oh, the bottom dies last second. Invul Potion on the Dark Ranger. Once level 5. So bad for Skeletons, I guess. Gets it now. But it's still 1 Expo versus Zilch.
He's gonna try to go for the Tavern Revive here, I guess. But he lost so much in the meantime.
Has no gold for it. Has no resource for it. Not at all.
Yeah, Starbuck never went for the armor upgrades, which I think was a big oversight that always helps the Dryads a lot. And Moon has the hold when he needs to. Now double level 5 heroes, the Expo running. And this was by no means an easy game for Moon, but he seems to be closing it out now.
Yeah, we see the experience graph is just skyrocketing for Moon. 500 XP advantage from having a deficit prior to the fight. But yeah, if you trade Archers for Dryads, then the XP goes your way. Mountain Giant number 2. Oh. Oh. A little bit of desperation, maybe.
guess he feels he needs something to tag, even if it doesn't have the upgrades. There's gonna be one last hurrah.
Starbuck.
Tavern revive.
Starbuck the farmer kills the sheep and the chicken. It's gonna be a good meal later, nonetheless. Little potatoes on the side. Sounds good to me. Moon. Entry protector in the main, entry protector at the expansion, and a tier 3 tech. He feels really comfortable now.
Is that perhaps a little too comfortable? He could have tried to mass more units to be safer for the next push.
Oh, the pot. Okay, got a staff. I thought he forgot about it. Okay,
She is coming, and so is the mountain giant, but it's also going to help a lot with sieging here. Should definitely pick up a stick. Pure archers for Moon. Against the level 5 Dark Ranger, by the way.
Yeah,
That's really scary.
This is no. He needs big dispels on what I assume is. Oh, it's 3-1-1 build, by the way. It's level 3 Black Arrow, Life Drain, and Silence 1 level.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
On Wisps, I guess, against Detonate. Smart! This Starbuck kid got some IQ points.
Really important here that the archers also have 2 armor upgrades. Otherwise, they would die really quick. Starbuck pushing into the main, despite there being Moonwells and an AP. Mountain Giant on the side, trying to deal with the Ancient Protector, but taking a lot of damage. As we said, doesn't have the upgrades.
Oh yeah. This AP, is it gonna be ToD's always losing Dryads to this? Here we go. AP gone makes things a lot easier, but oh, would he love to have a heal scroll. Now double orb. Not too much moon juice anymore. It is nighttime though, and Starbuck is losing more and more and more Dryads. Alchemist close to 6, Remo, you know what that means.
Oh, stealing a Mountain Giant or selling one, that would be something. Really thankful, by the way, for his rings. These have helped him so much. And I think it's just number overwhelming now. 50 supply, some archers going down, but here we have the double level 6.
Oh.
Tranquility. Where's the other transmute? Don't see it yet. Nice silence.
He has full mana. He's silenced at the moment. Can't use it. Boop, there it is.
What happens when you stab that, by the way?
I think it disjoints, but I'm not sure.
That would be sick.
Well
Starbuck
played.
Yeah, well played indeed by Moon. Dude, he was in serious trouble that game. Like, in the early, his harass against the expansion didn't seem to work out too well. His own expansion got killed. But really smart moves with the sappers. Really smart movement around the map. Did end up outplaying Starbuck there. But our Slovenian random player putting Moon to a real test.
Quite a challenge, eh? This forces us again into game 3. Or invites us into game 3, we should rather say. And that map was... kind of forgot. Last Refuge.
Alright. That has shorter scouting distances, so this might perhaps be a possibility now for Moon to scout the main base before making the hero. But it also greatly limits your income at the beginning if you have to use a Wisp that early. Safe option, again, would be Keeper. And Moon showed, even in the mirror, he can still make the Keeper work.
Oh yeah. If he has Dryads in his hands, he oftentimes wins. Still waiting for both of the players at the moment. That was draining for sure. So a little time for us. If you enjoyed this tournament, and I think we agree that we all do, feel free to chip in. Go to Match Arena, use the command !tag team here in the Twitch chat to get the link directly and raise some funds. There's still Twitter quests from us. This is our little way to support the tournament. Just follow us on Twitch, on Twitter, on YouTube, and you add 75 cents to the prize pool. Just like that. You can also follow a certain Ricky Robidoux, whoever that is. And you can, of course, contribute directly if you want to help us boost that prize pool to a wonderful round 3,500, maybe? I would like that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have been enjoying this tournament format here quite a bit. It's the third iteration already, right? I don't even know who won the last two. Neo, you as the archivist, do you remember who won the last two tag tournaments?
No. But we can look it up. That's the beauty of Liquipedia. We don't have to have everything in our brains. We can just look it up. It was the team of Back to the Lobby. Oh yeah, there was a 3-team tag team with Insub, OC, and Kiwikaki against number 1 in the finals. That I remember that. Oh, that was big celebration time. Neutron Spiral at 1. And the first tag team went to Cash and Hawk over Foggy and Side.
I don't remember these at all, but very cool that we have this bit of a tradition. Hopefully there's going to be a 4th edition, and with how popular it's been, wouldn't be too surprised to see it. Of course, the tournament is far from over. We're going to have the semifinals still to play, the 3rd place match, and the grand finals. Dates have not yet been determined, but are going to be happening soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, we're currently waiting for the 4th quarterfinal, of course, to finish as well. We don't have a schedule for that either, but as soon as we get it, you will see it, especially on ToD's Twitter and on Liquipedia and on our homepage, of course. And speaking of homepage, you know what certain homepage is quite successful lately?
Which one?
Patreon.com/back to Warcraft. We already got 40 Patreons, and Thursday is always a good day to pledge because on Fridays we release our podcast the week early. So patreon.com/back to Warcraft is the place to be. If you want to support us, feel free, from €2 for the tomato level up to the 500 golden goat that Knobberquakes, of course, claimed already. You get the podcast earlier. We do weekly Q&As. You get recommendations if you're into music and movies. You get a little certain priority in Q&A questions and Theorycraft user replays done by Carson. You will be invited to custom game fun evenings, replay analysis twice a month by Remo and Carson. And if you go for the Midas tier, private coaching, 45 minutes. I'm going to do my first coaching tonight, but it's not going to be Warcraft coaching. It's going to be stream coaching.
Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, I think we're pretty flexible with the coaching. Like whatever we can coach, we're willing to do. I think with Save Orcas, we're going to have a coaching session just talking about balance for 45 minutes. That's going to be fun as well. And the wonderful Toxie gifted his coaching to, I believe, a friend of his. So yeah, if you guys want to get coached by us in anything, feel free. Come join us on the Patreon at the Midas tier.
Exactly. You can basically command us to do whatever you want to do with us for 45 minutes. Which could be nasty.
Well, whatever you want us to do, there's limits. There's certain limits. Neo, I mean, I guess you could get him to do a cover of another Backstreet Boys song. Would you be available to that, Neo?
I would have to learn new lyrics then.
Wait,
but
you only know the one song?
But by heart, yes.
Okay, I certainly cannot even say that about myself, but I thought you were sort of a Backstreet Boys fan, bro.
Nah, not to a crazy amount. No. I want it that way, for sure. Could do it all night. If you wake me up at 4 a.m., I'm going to write down the lyrics or sing it to you. But other songs, I would have to learn the lyrics for sure. I got the dance moves down, obviously, for every other Backstreet Boys song.
Yeah, I think one day we're going to have to install the sprinkler next to you, like in the old Backstreet Boys videos where it's raining down on you with a white shirt. Oh, that's how we want to see you, Neo.
We're going to be banned for too much sexiness, though. And you know what's sexy as well? Our third game, because it is a rematch of what happened on map number 1, just on a different map. Last Refuge, Moon vs. Starbuck, Night Elf vs. Undead. And now I'm really curious. I think on Tidehunters, it's kind of clear what you do, and that was pretty much what Starbuck did in game number 1 that he won against Moon. On Last Refuge, there might be more options.
Yeah, very curious now. Should certainly be a keeper. Anything else would be a little wild. Last Refuge, probably not as enticing for a fast expansion as Tidehunters is. The Expo just that little bit harder to creep. And, importantly, a lot closer to the Night Elf main base. But that doesn't mean he shouldn't go for it necessarily. Starbuck, I think, had the perfect build to hold the expansion, which he did so well in map 1.
Could definitely go for that again. Thank you very much, Face Roxor for the Prime sub. And also Serhayuvu for the sub as well. Sorry for totally butchering your name, but I thank you.
Thank you guys very much. Yeah, that's a difficult one. The Serhai one.
That's why you skipped it, right? And left it to me.
Player's forces
No,
are
I
under
just kind of didn't notice.
Ah.
But yeah, thank you guys all very much. DK comes out, doesn't sell the TP, I mean, but buy the sacrificial skull. So it's like, between two worlds, sort of.
Yeah, could be a fake. Could use it later for a shop creep. Mikhail style. We'll see. Moon is scouting. Moon is also rushing over immediately.
Yeah, Starbuck is not making any more ghouls, so this definitely doesn't look like an expansion.
player's forces are under
Should
attack.
mean attack. There it is.
Oh, gotta be careful with that ghoul. Doesn't want to get that entangled. Coil on the trapper. Claws for Starbuck, also pretty good.
All right, this is interesting. This is where it's so fascinating to watch Moon. So he wanted to be safe in case of a fast expansion. He went for a fast Hunter's Hall, but now he sees it is no Expo on the other side. So how is he going to transition out of this Huntress build with a late tech into a good mid game? All your Night Elves out there, take out your pens, take notes.
A player's forces are under
Okay,
attack.
we'll see where this goes. Does he want to use more mana on this? Yep. The detonates by Moon, not on point today, I want to say. This is the 4th, 5th time that he's getting a Wisp nuked, but this could be a very good detonator. Maybe even a little too early. Doesn't hit the skeletons. Level 2 for Starbuck. Very early. Once again, replenishment potion on the ground. Aiming for that surround. Bold move.
And there's no dust. Moon very quickly realizing that he's going to get one ghoul here at the very least. Does
Unlucky.
he get away? Are you kidding me?
Unlucky Ensnare, I thought, but he's actually saving both ghouls. Starbuck.
Keeper still trying to pressure, still trying to find kills with the Entangle, and we see the expansion. Not too surprising, right? If we see Keeper, especially Keeper hunts, you are supposed to expect the expansion. If Starbuck was to scout this now with a skeleton and cancel, this would be truly devastating for Moon, but there's not too many ghouls. Starbuck stops at 5 ghouls only, interestingly.
Deny. Look at this skill. Yeah, 5 ghouls. Also, no second crypt. No Gargs. What's the play against this upcoming expansion? Does he know he should assume it? There are certain ways to play it. Counter expand on tier 2. Push with the Tinker. 1 crypt
you.
A
Gargs.
player's forces are under
Seals
attack.
King with a sub. This could be the Huntress into Mass Air build, which for a while was very popular. Of course, nowadays, Mass Air, not very popular at all. But if the undead doesn't know how to properly play against it, it can be done. It can be very successful if done well, which of course Moon should. And normally the way you want to play against Hunt's Mass Air is with Gargoyles. Not Fiends, not too much tier 3, but Gargs. But that's perhaps the plan, I suppose, for Starbuck. He is coming out with the first Garg, but as you said, only 1 crypt. No second one, no Mass Gargs.
Remo, please, for Mass Air, you would have to play Fairies, maybe. They lost the damage point, right? So Literally
Oh, right, they did.
literally unplayable. Alchemist, a very solid choice by Moon. Not the best choice, I think. No DK. Instead, Acid Bomb. This is pointing towards Mass Air. And if I look at my bottom right of the screen, Engine of Wind. This is Moon's Huntress Hippo build. No fairies.
Could be both. Is he only gonna go one win?
That is destined to fail.
Well, I don't know. I've seen Moon successful with this strategy many times.
But was his opponent Starbuck?
Was it the mighty Starbug? That's a good question, yeah.
I know. Oh,
Probably
nice.
not.
Nuke on the Wisp. Thank you, Champagne Lee, for the 2-1-3 sub. Expo attempt cancelled. That was a little obvious, but it forces Moon to move to the bottom right. And this is time where you can't really creep. This was time to gather a second and a third gargoyle and move over. He saw that expansion with the skeleton before. He did some damage to it thanks to the Murlocs.
I feel like the Undeads haven't found the proper tier 2 Expo build yet, right? Like, so many have tried, including Happy, but the Night of early tier 2 with 2 heroes and Keeper, Treants and all that is really good at canceling these Expos. So I feel like there's still that golden gold, not golden gold, but a golden build that remains to be discovered. I've seen some Undeads trying to delay Lich and Slaughterhouse, just go mass ghouls, mass double crypt Gargs, and then try to use that power with only DK and those mass units to hold the Expo. That I think so far was the most promising. But we don't see it that much. Of course, also you would like to get the Lich out early to start leveling, which now he is. But Moon, he's gonna have a second base here soon.
I think the only way to help with that second build is a Wand of Negation in the Undead shop, which Blizzard should definitely include. Ray's literally unplayable without it. But very, very playable is Mass Air if you find Scourge Bone Chimes. They are a little weaker than the Dreadlord Aura, but 15% lifesteal on Gargs. Always say yes to that.
Oh yeah, true. We have to get used to that now as well. Alright, who's got the air superiority? Hippo Riders, definitely not very good against Gargoyles. Coil, oof, that was last second, dude. That was almost too late. But the Hippo is taken out. The Hippo Rider with the Coil will also fall. There it goes. That's Force Supply dead. And Moon getting perhaps caught off guard here a little.
Oh yeah. Man, Starbucks' rod rotations also very, very good. There's constantly 2 to 6 skeletons on the ground. Now you gotta be careful, and Tangle doesn't prevent coils. That was a big detonate here. Oh, and the Hunts kicked this Expo! Nice multitasking by Moon.
Yeah, very well done. Moon realizing the strong early game units of Huntress and Treants can still be very effective in canceling these buildings. One Gargoyle about to go down here, possibly. The Hippos, of course, endlessly chasing after them. I feel like it's not too many Gargoyles yet. Did he lose one? I thought he saved them all.
Oh, double slow.
double
Is he
slow.
microing
The double
that? He actually is, but for how long? Whew, that was very well executed by Starbuck, saving both of them. But now, oh no, oh no. All for nothing.
Oh my God.
Ah, we do it again. Man, Starbuck, what a legend. Killed one.
Dude.
This is such a stressful game.
Dude, he has to stare at so many screens at the same time. He is a former StarCraft pro, so his multitasking should be pretty decent at the very least.
Can he nuke this
I
one?
didn't see a single Gargoyle die, but it may have on another screen. I don't know.
That was too stressful for observing. All the Gargs pretty low. No fountain here. Moon's Expo is running for quite some time. He has a good amount of hippos. Gets even more with the second Engine of Wind. Now tier 3 as well. Things are not getting easier for our friend Starbuck.
Moon coming south again, pushing again. Oh, hippo numbers now look way superior. The Gargoyles just not enough as it seems. Couple Gargs coming in, but some of them are also very hurt. Expansion cancelled again. Just Treants after Treants. So many rounds of summons. And Starbuck, I think he's slowly getting pummeled into the ground here.
Macro Moon is such a beast.
A player's forces are
Very, very hard to tear him down, even if your name is Infi, TH, you name him. He's just so good at maneuvering everything at the same time in the right order.
Can he out-micro these hippos with Nova? That should be the only way to do it, but actually now he's beginning to transition into Fiends, which at the moment cannot be saved against Entangle with Destroyers, as Tier 3 is still a little ways off. But the damage against Ground Army from Moon is honestly pretty damn low.
Well, as long as there's no Acid Bomb, that is true. There was one coil, but that's about it. Frost Armor. Not bad against the Chasing Alchemist. Another hunt down. Pretty good fight. If he's not losing 2 units now.
Might be dying. Oh! Alchemist getting surrounded though. And the Fiend into the last corner. The Keeper really wants this kill. But it's going to cost him a Hippo and maybe even a TP.
Ooh. Man, Starbuck, you find solutions when there are none.
Again with the Frost Armor. And that was not a bad exchange for Starbuck, really. And once he has Destroyers out, maybe Moon's going to be in trouble. But then again, he's got Mass Hippos, so he's got good anti-air. And he's now going into Fairy.
Yeah. Despite the so powerful nerf. Ooh. Moon adjusting his zoom. Wants to see a little more of the world.
All the Niles right now writing down. All right, 2000 zoom.
Yeah. Once I have 2 fairies, go higher zoom. Or maybe he just reset or something.
Yeah. He probably doesn't know yet that there's a new feature that with F5 you can reset your zoom when playing.
It is so good. It is so helpful. Level 3 Lich plus a claw. Not bad. But the army for Moon also. Really, really good. More fairies. Potom is coming as well. We will get orbs. 63 pop already. No Nature's Blessing though.
Lots of mana. Moon likes that a lot. For both Keeper and Alchemist, definitely necessary to be able to fight against the Fiend army.
Oh wow, just saw that. Big potion of mana and stone. Jesus.
Starbuck. Can you do it with 50 supply? We have seen it by the greatest of undeads out there that they can hold on with only 50 against 60, 70 supply of Night Elf for a long time. But that is very hard to do. In those games we saw in the past, normally the Night Elves never had tier 3.
Yeah, and Dark Ranger over Tinker or Dual Hero.
That's the happy style that we saw quite a bit against the Mass Air.
Not sure that this is the right build. Maybe you need the execution of Happy to make this work. But okay. We'll see in a bit.
It's not that many fairies yet, so not that much damage. The first Fiend gets called. Where's the Destroyer though?
Upgrade is ready. He just forgot to morph one. He has very low lumber as well. Ouch. He's expanding on the back of this fight. I'm not too sure if I like it.
The webs end and the hippos are freed again, and now the Destroyer in big trouble. And this fight is just so hard to manage for the undead, and doesn't seem to be doable. The Alchemist actually dies. I didn't even see it happening. But I think Moon can afford it. He still has 71 supply. He can still fight on.
Okay, more focus fire. The fairies seem to be untouchable, but they're only tickling, especially when there's no acid bomb. Forces Moon into the town portal. Massive supply lead now, of course, but the Potom dies as well. Double hero kill for Starbuck. Level 3 and level 2, there was one tavern revive. That was a lot of resources drained. Starbuck down to 41, and he used a couple of rules in that as well, I think. But the Expo might be coming up finally. Experience is once again completely tied.
If this Expo finishes and Starbuck gets up to 70 or 65, everything's still doable.
Yeah.
But it's going to take a while until he's there. The triple hero Soon to be back for Moon. Not quite yet, though.
Love that Scout Hunt knows exactly what's up, and Starbuck has to abandon this. Can he fight? There's no tower. There's a little bit of blight, and there is absolutely no destroyer. There's no chances there. Moon is just striking when his iron is the hottest.
Players' forces are under attack.
Starbuck's way out has been hero focus here so far this game, but I don't know if it's going to be enough anymore. He's trying again. He might actually be able to get the Keeper. He's got a mana potion.
Stab. And now he needs to save his DK and the Dark Ranger and the Fiend. Way too many targets. Tries with the TP, and I think that's curtains, Remo. Overwhelming mass for Moon this expansion. That was up for a good second or two.
A player's forces are
Never
under
paid
attack.
off.
Yeah, Moon knows exactly how he has to operate against these expanding undeads. Over in Asia, 1-0 has been doing that for a long, long time. And it's really been hard for the undeads to find the proper counter expo timing. This time it didn't work out too well. Starbuck has been playing from behind here for quite a while. But he put up a good fight.
Oh, yeah. Forcing Moon into a game 3 is already a big success. Showing him how to play Tidehunters. Yeah, CH and LR, when Moon finds his rhythm and figures his opponent out a little bit. That's the Moon we used to
Players'
seeing.
forces are under attack.
Fighting spirit, though, from the Slovenian, not giving up yet. He does, after all, have undead triple hero. With high levels, many miracles have been accomplished in the past. But Moon has triple hero of his own.
Yeah, 4-4-2. Now red spot. Both at the red spot. Medallion of Courage. Nice for the Lich. On the other side. I don't see it yet. Level 3. Oh boy. Ah, the Overlord is still alive. Yeah, that's why. Stupid me. Legion Doomhorn. That is wonderful. That is excellent. That is nerfed, but still one of the best.
The tooltip does seem kind of funny now. 0.3 life and 7% move speed. But absolutely the right choice. I think the one change that everyone agreed with, that the auras had to get nerfed, and they did. But they're still very good, don't get it wrong.
Okay, on one base against 2 for such a long time. 30 supply down. What's left in Starbuck? Potion of Healing on the Alchemist. I like to see that. He's pretty much unnukeable now. 3rd attack upgrade. And all of a sudden, fairies do damage again.
Bottom here with a level 2 aura. Where's the owl, by the way? Shouldn't that be flying
Players'
around
forces
somewhere?
are under attack.
Don't see it. Pendant of Energy. Why not? Says Moon. 4-4-3 heroes.
Oh my.
80 supply. He's ready for a fight.
5-5-5 mana on the Keeper. 4-7-5 mana on the Alchemist. Plus 11 intelligence on the Keeper. That's a very smart Centaur. And Moon is expanding bottom right.
A player's forces are under attack.
Starbuck is mustering for the one last hurrah. He's gonna bank a little. The fiends are dancing in the main. And then he's gonna go up to like 70 or something.
Little micro
Try his
practice. Little micro practice. I wouldn't mind to see 3 Chimera Roosts come down now.
Still only has 1 orb, which is very surprising.
Who needs orb if you have the damage of the mighty fairy dragons?
Triple orb. So nice, Neon. With this tri-hero, it actually does work out well because the Alchemist has Chemical Rage. Also, 1,300 gold.
Yeah, he was just home, so he doesn't care too much about this. Pushing into the undead base now, even if he loses a lot, he can just simply rebuild. Because I don't think there's comeback potential in this Starbuck army, but we'll see. There's no way to kite, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is the best position possible for Starbuck, so it would be a little foolish for Moon to go in here. Maybe he just wanted Starbuck to force him into upkeep before the Undead perhaps would have preferred to. But now the main is expired. Starbuck, no more income. Moon about to have 3 expansions, in fact.
Yep, and he's expanding on the bottom right. This is total dominance now. This is what you do when you have no challenge in the late game. Is that too blunt, though? 65 supply?
He's got 4 Agents of Wind, by the way.
Yeah. Need to rebuild these ferries quickly.
It's absolutely true. Absolutely truth.
100 supply ferries. Could see that.
Dude, this fight is kind of winnable for Starbuck if he plays out of his mind.
The town is under siege.
He has played very, very, very good. But it's still Moon. There's 2 invo potions, 2 heal potions.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, that fiend.
Oh yeah, that's losses you don't want to have early.
It's so many of them. Needs to move these fiends back. Once the acid bomb is in, everything will just melt, and the acid bomb is in now. What can the Dark Ranger do on level 3 against all them fairies?
What can man do against such reckless hate? The Destroyer is taken out, and that means no more Despool. Actually, Starbuck could morph some more, but god damn if this is not a lot of fairies. Also some mana flare coming in. Newly buffed against the statues. Dark Ranger about to go down. Keeper as well. Maybe. Nope, there's an invul. The Dark Ranger, though, is dead. And so is pretty much the whole army of Starbuck. He put up a good fight, but in the end, the legend will prevail.
And the legend today is, of course, not Starbuck, but Moon. Still, Starbuck trying everything, going for another hero nuke. There is more Coil Nova. Another hero kill against Moon. It's something for your record book, but no. In the end, Moon losing a map, but not the series. Pretty much as in the 2-on-2. The underdog wins the first map, and then there's nothing but revenge from the 2 legendary veterans. Now, it's 2-0 for Moon and Lin. They're 1 match away from the semi-final, and there's 1 guy to stop them, and that is KraV. We get a little bit of a dream match here, for me at least. KraV versus Lin coming up after a little break. Series number 3. Will it be a whitewash by Moon and Lin over KraV and Starbuck? 4-2 in maps. That doesn't really do too much. 2-0. 3 match points for Moon and Lin. KraV has to carry big time now.
A lot of weight on his shoulders. Good thing is, KraV is pretty well built, so hopefully he can sustain that weight. In the loading screen right there, we saw the players' profiles and their MMR. KraV at around 2,200 MMR, Lin at 1,800. So, I guess KraV is a big favorite here then.
Easy, exactly. Second best player in the world at the moment, right after Happy. Best orc in the world and in the history of this game. Up against the European up-and-comer, that is KraV. Is it going to be a Dreadlord still on 1.3, 2.10? That is the question. KraV doesn't mind ping. KraV doesn't mind meta. KraV will just confuse. So let's go. Let's see what he has to offer. For Lin here, is it a Cryptort?
Oh,
What?
DK.
What? Okay.
DK Ghoul opening. Now that is not very common. Is he still gonna try to expand? Or like, it should be either Expo or sort of a Frenzy Ghoul timing, right?
Yo.
And that could work out well against the Farsi Hunter build. Could also be disastrous though. A lot of things are gonna come down to the early. How's the poking gonna go? Are there gonna be any surrounds? How many units will be falling? It's pretty volatile. Early losses in this kind of game, especially if we don't have expansions, can have a big rippling effect.
on both sides. If you lose a lot of ghouls, you lose all momentum. If you lose a couple of headhunters, you lose a lot of momentum. Summons are, of course, always there for Lin, who skips the first creep spot and just rushes north, trying to intercept the creeping of KraV, who should have an easy-ish time creeping, but... Ah, okay, he found the critter here. I was about to say, what's he doing? But yeah, with ghouls, this is fairly easy to do.
And Lin still not scouting the opponent's main or expo or hero. He's just creeping for now. Soon, of course, he's going to have plenty of wolves and headhunters to use. I guess he's going to check for the timing. So in theory, there could be a Cryptod creeping the green and then going over to the natural. And Lin is scouting for that option right now. We'll see that that is not the case. But still hasn't seen the DK, still hasn't seen the ghouls or the build or, well, much of anything.
Yeah. He might be... What? He goes for the lab?
Yeah, really nice. Very nice done by KraV, punishing the fact that Lin is hardly scouting. Lin will be scouting it now, but the DK is level 2 already.
That's a lot of skeletons, of course. The cooldown reduced. You can get a lot of summons on. And of course, no chain lightning available. Lin needs a sick last hit. Oh, didn't get it. Item on the ground, one of mana stealing, goes to KraV as well. So is the wolf.
That was a nice move by KraV. That's a little bit of an early game lead for him, especially if he doesn't lose any ghouls here, which so far he does not. And the one of mana steal being used, he can keep these ghouls alive even easier. And yeah, nice play here by KraV. Lin noticing, well, you got me there, buddy. Scout that a little too late.
Wakes up the creeps here as well. Can't really heal for free. Headhunters are joining now. 5 of them can go for the next green spot, then fall back to the shop maybe. But KraV is just moving from one big camp to another. This is going to be level 3 and look at these. Sacrificial Skull.
This is great creeping, great movement by KraV, and this is also safe. He saw the opponent with that skeleton that just was killed. He's going to get the level 3. He's going to open up the natural. And Lin is going to have to pay a lot of attention now at all times to this expo positioning. KraV, of course, loves expanding, so I'm pretty sure we're going to see Acolyte number 6 once tier 2 is finished.
Okay, is there a certain counter-attack possible? Everything is a little hurt thanks to poison, but Lin tried to go for the Ogre Lord, but the Trapper says, dude, leave my boss alone. And he clobbers this poor headhunter to death.
That's really bad. There's not just a headhunter going down, there's also a lot of time wasted. Lin decided to pull with the headhunter instead of pulling it safely with a Farseer. Maybe a bit of a mistake there. And also the second hero delayed a little by Lin. He forgot about the third burrow. That's a macro mistake, so definitely not the perfect game so far by the Grandmaster.
KraV is creeping the next lab. This is... I have never seen creeping like this on Concealed Hill. Never, ever, ever.
And that's the strength that ghouls can have. If they're left alone and left to their own devices, ghouls can creep really fast. The problem is just if you get engaged and pressured, ghouls also have a tendency of dying really quick. But KraV was pretty much left alone. He hasn't fought against these headhunters once so far this game. These headhunters have just been on a PvE mission against creeps only.
Are we getting a base race here now? Slaughterhouse might be cancelled, but there's also Lich Fiend transition. KraV soaking up more experience, getting an early level 4. Scroll of the Beast, if he had more ghouls here, that could be devastating to the buildings. Lin goes TC, double Beastery. But KraV holds the Slaughterhouse.
Wolf scouts the expo. Absolutely crucial right now for Lin to cancel this. With a Farseer level 3 around and a Telestaff, that should be working out. But the Lich is trying to secure the expansion for himself. DK, such an early level 4, so nice to have. Super mobile in the TC. Gonna have a hell of a hard time creeping.
Yeah, where is he creeping now except the green? Nova! 39 HP. That ghoul, okay, doesn't do too much here. But yeah, lab gone.
A player's
Shop
forces are under
gone.
attack.
This could be a big problem. But whoa, he wanted that fast here. Sharking around. Transitioning into Raiders now. Would love a tally step on the DK for a bit.
Yeah, Moon's gonna get a... why am I saying Moon? Lin's gonna get a lot of map control here soon. Once he has level 2 TC, possibly even level 3, he's gonna be really strong. He's gonna have Raiders for the lockdown, Headhunters for the damage, and the Farsight is also pretty strong. As long as he doesn't die. Ooh, the DK chasing after him.
A town is under siege.
There's no speed scroll.
Heal
Level 2
self.
aura, really good.
Heal self cancelled. How much more Frostborn hits can he get in the meantime? TC, Headhunter, Wolves cancel the expansion. Really good by Lin. And really important by Lin because there was no tier 3 tech behind this. Now there's a Wyvern as well. I feel like this game is slipping through KraV's fingers right now.
Forces are under attack.
Again, it seems to be about the expo timing. Lin, very importantly, in the early game, KraV kind of slipped past him, but in the mid game, Lin knew exactly what was going on and prevented the expansion, and once again starts to assert dominance. But the TC isn't creeping super well. He's not even level 2 yet. It's going to be pretty hard for him to get level 3, and KraV's tier 3 is soon to be reached.
Okay. Coil Nova Ghoul action on these Headhunters. TC comes in. He has, of course, a lot of mana as he just turned level 2. The Wyvern bring the damage. Chain Lightning as well. We do have the Skull of the Beast. Fiend saved by a Coil for now, but only for a little bit. It's all about the Ghouls now, but they're getting stomped.
Yeah, these ghouls perhaps not split well enough. They're suffering heavily against this stomp. Don't have Frenzy yet. We don't even have Web yet. Lin making a really good job, doing a really good job, limiting these Fiend numbers, limiting the Web. He doesn't have too many Wyvern, but the ones that he has do provide good damage. And now, with this strong engagement that Lin had, now he feels far enough ahead to easily go to tier 3.
No expansion attempt by Lin. That's uncharacteristic, I would say. But I like it. Makes a lot of sense. It's so strong. And he has all the time in the world.
Yeah, KraV in big trouble. If he loses the Lich here, Lin can probably just creep whatever he wants outside the opponent's main. One more coil to save him. The TC dropping low, but he's got the cloak. Uses it right away as well, and that Lich, oh, gets healed one more time. Okay, might actually be getting out. TP transferred as well. Doesn't have to use it, but the statue gets ensnared, and the statue perhaps the most important unit in this undead army.
Yeah, he has another one, but you know, 2 statues is better than 1 statue.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's absolutely true, Neo. I am very glad that you are team arithmetic along with the rest of us.
Yeah, I mean,
And now, Lin is gonna creep camps away here from the enemy side. Gets the scroll, gets the potion.
you know, in this craft that is war, sometimes you have to drop the knowledge bombs, and that's what I'm here for.
Absolutely, Neo. In war and in love, everything is permitted.
A player's
And
forces
when
are
KraV
under
is
attack.
playing, both of those factors become active for you.
Wouldn't necessarily agree. Coil Nova on an illusion. Yay, this is really not permitted if you want to win the game. Maybe a little bloodthirsty after this early game. And Lin is soaking up the map more and more.
It's gonna be level 3 for him here. A big item. Robe of the Magi. Very good also. No longer is it the case that the auras are clearly the best here. They're of course still good, but newly nerfed.
Yeah. This changes the entire cast narrative, man. This is... it's gonna be so exhausting getting used to this new patch. Our cast alive is so
We have to come up
hard.
with new. We have to come up with new automatisms, dude.
Yeah,
God
man.
damn.
Do you know how long that takes me to build these? Would have cunning really good. See, that's a new one for the Lich, at least.
A player's forces
Oh, the Ghoul's getting caught on the way back.
Oh.
Well, that was just bad luck. But Lin, once warmed up, looks hella impressive. Tier 3 done,
Town is under
upgrades coming.
siege.
Yo. Battle
Increased War
Bongos.
Drum, Berserker, and Venom Spears. Only thing missing is a Shadow.
And an orb. You want that purge on the Farseer. But I think this game is toast and the streak doesn't continue. First map is not going to the underdogs. I think that's very fair to say.
Definitely looks like Tam, Wind Totem, and Bale, Bleak Stare
A player's forces
are
are under
staring
attack.
down the barrel of victory.
Wow, the very rare case where the TC is not called Cam Ghost Seer. Still 100% sure that Cam coded that in somehow. That there's like 2 out of 3 chances, 66% chances for Cam Ghost Seer TC.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I have to burst your bubble, but it's not really true. It's like when you said that there's only Hood of Cunning dropping. Wasn't really the case.
Burst yourself, dude. Make another list. Prove me wrong.
I did make a list already. I proved you wrong already.
On the Hood of Cunning, not on Cam.
How about you prove me right? Why don't you make a list?
No, that's not how this works.
You mean you can just make claims and they're automatically true until
Yes.
someone disproves them?
That's how the world works.
True. That's science. That's science right there.
In dubio pro shit talker. That's the old Latin saying.
That would be the world perfectly designed, wouldn't it?
Well, if I'm the one making the rules and
Forces are
yeah.
under attack.
One day Neo's gonna try to tell us that pineapple pizza is the best of all pizzas. Don't believe his lies.
Not the best anymore, man. Got relegated.
What's the best?
We're going to talk about this after the fight because I think this game is about to end soon. There's a TP. KraV could continue fighting if he wants to after that town portal. But, oh, nice silence here. But let's see how long these fiends survive. I would say not too long. Lin trying to save that raider doesn't really work, but the trades should be pretty good. 20 supply lead and counting. Even the fountain can't save him here.
Yeah, this TZ hasn't even used the stomp yet.
There we go.
There it is. Perfectly timed to get the kill. GG.
Oh, KraV, wild start. Afterwards, kind of getting slaughtered, as you pointed out during the game already. Lin just with the perfect counter to it. That was excellence, pretty much. So I want to go away from the narrative of best pizza because there's clearly no best pizza, right? I mean, there's not one best pizza. My new favorite pizza is what I want to call it, is ham, asparagus, and sauce hollandaise.
That's quite exotic. Wait, do you make that yourself or is there a packaged version of that around?
I ordered that. Usually I also did it myself already.
All right. Sounds a little hipster, Neo, but you know me. I'm all on board for hipster.
How's that hipster?
Well, if we were to do a poll of people in our chat that already had pizza, what was it? Ham, hollandaise, asparagus, I think it would be in the low percentile. Wouldn't you think so?
Yeah, but it's not something super new. And it's definitely no hype train. Isn't that what hipsters do? They find new stuff and hype it up?
No, hipsters want their thing to remain underground and to not come into the mainstream.
Well, that didn't work out for them, huh?
Depends. Depends on which hipster you ask, I guess.
Well, the entire style, music, food, it's all mainstream now. Whatever they try to do.
Yeah, but that's just the poser hipsters. The real hipsters are still underground, and now they're listening to like, I don't know, to metal pipes clanging together or something like that. I have no clue.
Well, if you have no clue, then it's really secret and in the dark. We have match points. This might very well be the last map of this entire clan war, everybody. It is Lin with the 1-0 lead over KraV, and it is Lin and Moon with the 2-0 lead over KraV and Starbuck. So, tournament life on the line. Let's go. Northern Isles.
We have a ghoul build once again over here. Are we gonna have a DK or a Crypt Lord? Judging by how game one went, I would certainly expect a beetle here. How about you?
Me too. Just for the style. And to keep it fresh. KraV, always a big fan, and if you want to feed the memes, and let's go. Let's try. Lin on the other side, I think he doesn't have to switch up too much. But he's going for a barracks first, so might be delayed. Headhunters, it's a blade! Oh!
And it's no Crypt Lord. Crypt Lord fast expansion can definitely work out quite well against a Blade Master. If the Orc isn't very well experienced in the Hitman style, which nobody but Hitman really seems to be. So KraV, perhaps a little stubborn with the Dread DK, but I guess his concern is if there's going to be a Farseer all-in with Firelord against a Crypt Lord expansion, that seems to be nowadays very, very hard to hold. So the DK, always reliable, right? Always going to be playable. Even if, I think X-Lord earlier in chat made his display known about the DK first.
Yeah, he wanted to see a beetle, I think. And I would have loved to as well. I'm a little bit disappointed, Remo.
Well, maybe next game. Maybe next game if KraV wins here. Of course, KraV has to win here to keep his team in the running. Quite a bit of pressure now on him.
People are confusing me. That these scores in the bottom are confusing. I don't know what people are talking about. Anyway, we got a ring for Lin. Not the greatest start, but of course a 1-burrow tech. That is quite fast. And it is backpack, ghoul build. This is... Huh.
And
Wonder what the game plan is.
Lin keeps the ring, by the way, with the new sell value. Now, that I did not expect.
Maybe the 10% aren't that big of a deal. Maybe he wants to creep a little better using fewer heal salves.
Did get the level 2. So did the DK. Items pretty bad on both sides. But here you can buy them, can't you? Hell yeah. +5 for the blade coming over. It's a classic move on Northern Isles, trying to steal away the Undead's natural, or at least the item carrying Ogre Magi. Undead should definitely be scouting for this. But KraV not paying attention to it.
Oh, yeah, he's moving everywhere but here where it's important. No bueno this game already, and it's only 4 minutes old. Claws +9.
Ooh, baby. Alright, scratch that subpar items. This Blade Master is looking quite par already.
Let's go, +40. 300 crit, Linsane's sword, it's back.
Oh, he got his heal self cancelled. Slight mistake there. Doesn't quite follow up towards the Magi, where KraV will be reaching his own level 3. But around KraV's main base now, not much remaining in.
Level 3, Scroll of the Beast, Replenishment Potion. Not the worst items for KraV either. Graveyard now on the way to tier 2. Is he going for an old school Ghoul Destroyer push? Maybe?
Probably gonna have to go some Fiends in the mid game. That mostly seems like a good choice. Oh, KraV in position for the creep. Jack, does he get the coil steal? Oh, yes. He does. Nicely done. Pass it to the blade. Another claws +9.
This hurts my eyes if I watch this inventory. Poor KraV. Cut his life into pieces. This is his last resort. How? He needs Banshees, bro.
I would certainly agree. This Blade Master has to be dealt with one way or the other.
Yeah, we can't.
Lin is not going tier 3. He's going double bestiary. So there's going to be no orb and no aura to assist this Blade Master. And without those two things, Blade is honestly not that scary.
Yeah, there's not many things in life that we agree on. It's Kanye, Daft Punk, Whiplash, and Banshees.
Absolutely.
Town is
They're
under
so
siege.
good. We don't have the Banshee House yet, though. KraV is going tier 3, Slaughterhouse, Lich. That's, of course, pretty standard. And the TC second by Lin. This is something he's been trying to make work against Undead for like 2 years now. And the success rate is rather low, especially against 1-2-0. But has a lot of potential upside. If the TC gets to 3 fast, 4 fast, he's very strong. But there's one thing clearly missing here, and that's going to be healing.
Yo. Can he out-damage him? On the way to tier 3, a Lich is coming. Another problem, where to creep that Lich? DK kind of busy here. Has no Rod of Necromancy anymore. Oh boy, needs another coil, huh? Yay, that took some mana. But okay, first step, lab, and then tier 3 is finished. Then go to the tavern and try to do whatever you can do against this expansion.
Which has not been scouted yet. KraV should send the skeleton over there soon. A tier 2 orc expansion should almost never be allowed. Should always be getting cancelled. Takes forever to come online. But Lin is going to try to defend it now. The TC already in position. Of course, he just stands here and waits. There's going to be no creeping happening. Where the Lich did creep, did get level 2, now has the aura. And the DK once again very close to level 4.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, this creep jack. The creeps woke up. And snare flying. TC lines it up for another storm throughout the 2-2s and the first map. These storms were amazing. And again, the splits are not sufficient. Takes out the Raider, so at least getting a revenge kill here. But this is now Lin with a plus 25 blade. Aiming for the Lich and the victory in this quarterfinal.
Frost Armor spam is definitely required, and the expansion seems to be finishing. That is certainly something that Lin needed. Otherwise, he was going to get outscaled with the Undead tier 3. Game is not over yet. This Orc army still stuck on tier 2. That is definitely still a big downside, but the Blade is putting in work. Takes out another Ghoul. The plus 25 look hella good on him.
Crypt Lord third. So at least we get one Crypt Lord out of KraV. For a little impale. Lin already with Wyvern. Good transition. Is this like... Oh, boy, that crit just a tiny bit too late. If that hits earlier, this might just be the end for the Lich.
Yeah, KraV a little slow with the Frost Armor here on many different encounters, and that hurts him. He's trying to creep jack now. He does have 1 Nova, almost 2. But the Blade Master has still lots of bonus damage. Stomp, hoping for the crit. Invul transfer. Oh, last second.
But can he get out? The TP is still on the DK. He has no mana. Now pass it over. A little bit of damage from skeletons, but that's so easy to deal with. Creep spot goes to Lin. Blade Master's getting closer to 4. And I'm waiting for the Kodo to boost that damage. If you have an inventory like this, you have to go for max crit, just for style points, no?
You mean he should retrain now?
No. Just go Kodo as quick as possible, tier 3 as quick as possible, boost that damage, go to the marketplace, buy another claw. Just stack that BM up.
I mean, it would be swag, but Lin probably now gonna try to math as much as he can to not get overrun with tier 3, because tier 3 is finished. They have the triple hero.
Oh, sorry.
What?
I said lame.
Well, winning can also be fun, you know?
But winning in style, dude. Do you know how much fun that is?
Well, judging from your games against Ricky, you don't know what that's like either.
Oh, ho, ho, cheap shot, huh? Funny, huh?
A player's forces are under
Lin
Lin is
attack.
not messing
understands me.
around here. Well, he is slightly messing around with his solo branded TC second strategy, but you know what? It seems to be working out. KraV would love to creep up the map, get crazy levels with this tri-hero combo. There's a lot of things you can do in the late game, but Lin is always around the corner. Never wants to give too easy of a creeping time to his opponent, and now it's going to steal the middle camp. The second one is going to get the Mana Stone and level 3 for the TC.
Okay, so to sum this up real quick, the Storms of Lin throughout this entire tag team have been amazing. Now we don't have a Dark Ranger. The TC has level 2 Stomp and a Mana Stone.
Player's forces
Am I right that this is a little problematic for KraV?
Yeah, this is big trouble. Big trouble. And now Lin is coming in. We have some destroyers. TC walking in. He is getting impaled, but not for too long. Splits by KraV aren't that shabby. Blade Master going to town on the back line. Frost Armor again a little bit late here. Perhaps the next Stomp was about to be ready. The impales are landing very well, by the way. But the TC does get into position again. Level 1 impale, of course, not that powerful. And Lin finding plenty of kills.
Lich gets the last hit here. Would love to have level 3, of course. He's so close. Wyvern, made of paper, goes for the Lich again, but can't stun the DK, which is the most important because he can heal. Not that Fiend, though. Mana low. And how can he survive? 35 supply only. No mana on the Crypt Lord. No mana on the Lich. No mana on the DK. No hope.
Seems like all hope is lost this game.
Oh,
But the
Nova.
heroes are still alive. 28 supply. A lot more supply. Oh, the TC though. What about him? If he falls, all bets are off. Can he make it back to the shop? He should be able to. There's not enough mana for the next nuke and just barely.
Oh,
TC gets back home.
Heal self-applied as well. Crypt Lord close to an impale, but not there yet. Can he cancel that healing? Does he have... Yeah, he does for now.
What I just noticed, by the way, this TC style is a lot better nowadays with the weakened level 1 Frost Armor. This does help a lot with the kiting. Blade Master returns, gives the invul over to the TC once again to go for the Lich. Doesn't quite hit him with the Stomp. Decent kiting by KraV, but the army is just so small at this point.
Yeah, and no nuke. Army, this is heroes. This is just triple hero. That's it. That's everything you got. Combined forces level 4 on the TC. Oh, how fast they move now. If he consumes the stone, I guess that's the end for the DK. Boom, here we go. Crypt Lord tried to help from the afar, but there was no help anymore for this one. GG! And that is 3-0 for Moon and Lin, who advanced to the semifinal, and we have 3 all-Korean teams in the semifinals.
Korea, as so often, looking really impressive, making it here deep into the tournament, into the top 4. One team is still remaining, still to be determined, and that is going to be non-Korean. We're going to have Foggy Hawk, Lucifer, and Vortex playing that out soon. But yeah, 6 Koreans making it deep here, and our European boys put up a good fight, but in the end, it is very hard to beat Moon and Lin.
True that. Cool to see that there's one Western team still in the race, and there will be. We don't really know when this will be played, but once it will be played, we are there. Tip-top match and tip-top tournament, I gotta say. Tip-top tournament tag team by ToD. And if you want to help out ToD for providing this amazing tournament, he's currently running a challenge with Raid Shadow Legend. If you ever were on YouTube once in your life, you probably know what Raid Shadow Legend is. He needs a certain amount of players via his code that level up to level, what is it? Level 10. That takes around 15 minutes. So if you want to support this tournament and ToD, go to the link that is strms.net/raid_ToD. I'm going to put it into the chat bot as well. And you can go over to ToD with the ! raid command. You get the direct link as well. ToD is going to be on later tonight, and he needs just a handful of people. So if you want to do some good work in the community, help the man out for this wonderful tournament. And that's it from us for today. Well, at least from you and from me live, because we have more in store for you as well, guys. We got the Theory Craft episode 15, I believe, 14, 15, something like that. Carsten will be on casting community replays, and myself and Ricky recorded in another podcast. If you're a Patreon, you can already listen to episode 4, where we talk about Dust League Europe finals and streaming, like stream production. If you are freeloading still on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Google Drive, Google Podcast, then we release episode 3, where it's about tournament orga and I forgot the second topic, Remo. What was it? The 100k celebration! Me losing my hair. Yeah, how could I forgot? That was the first time where Bido is the host, and in my opinion, episode 3, the best one. So that's going to be released tonight at midnight.
Really cool. Lots of stuff happening also over the weekend. Don't forget, we're going to have the DreamHack qualifiers. So follow us here if you haven't already on Twitch, because we dropped back down to less than 100k after the bot purge. So follow us here. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you again in the coming days, in the coming weeks and months, with lots of wonderful Warcraft in store.
Exactly. You can do even more. You can sign up if you're German or if you're living in Germany or Austria. You can sign up to the ESL Meisterschaft qualifier. That will be tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. And I command you to sign up for the DreamHack qualifiers. They will be played on Saturday and on Sunday for Asia, Europe, and America. So wherever you are in the world right now, I want you to sign up at the ESL page for the DreamHack qualifiers. Make them big. We're going to cast them. You're going to play them. And we all make this successful. You can find the links at linktree/backtowarcraft, linktr.ee/backtowarcraft.
All right. I think the public has been informed. Hopefully, a lot of you guys will show up and boost the numbers a little bit. And yeah, new season to start. Lots of fun in store. And we can't wait to enjoy it all with you guys.
Exactly. Shout out to Starbuck for taking a map off of Moon. We see you guys later. A special shout out to all of our Patreons, of course. We almost forgot our Patreons, because you all get shout outs if you are at the Midas tier or at the Profit tier. And that is Toxi, Nem, Save Orcas, Scription, Don Dolare, JGets, and Pedrut. Thank you guys for supporting us on Patreon. This is really, really, really cool. And we would never, ever, ever forget the greatest of all time, the golden goat, Mr. Knubbequakes. We thanked you probably a million times, and I will always, always, always be grateful for you. See you very, very soon.